Maybe I am.
Maybe. All right, sorry.
Yes, my name is Mitch. I'm part of the Encounter Roleplay team, one of the writers, players, GMs, and an editor of the website as well. I'm doing well, Will, thanks. Busy with work and school and stuff, but it's always good to chill out and play some D&D in the evenings. Tonight I'm playing, same as last week, Colonus, who is an old blind seer. He's sort of a man in his 60s, doesn't wear a whole lot of kit, and his eyes have been gouged out. There were sort of hints at potentially him having been tortured by the Drow in an earlier period of his life, which produced his sort of physical blindness. As far as mechanically speaking, for anyone interested in chat, I'm testing out the waters of the Mystic, or the Scion class, that was released official by Wizards of the Coast under their sort of Unearthed Arcana supplementary materials. You can check out the article on the Wizards website. They have all the information to go up to level 10 as a Mystic. So given that we were at the level 4 mark, I decided to try it out. So very cool psionic experiment.
Indeed. Gareth, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm currently what's left of Scarred Star. My voice is up and down the whole stream, so please put up with me. I sound like a teenage boy. I am playing Moss Grudgehammer, a dwarven fighter, and that's all you need to know until we start getting into what happened last episode, I think.
All right then. Cord, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Oren Lightvein. I've been here the entire time. If you don't know who I am, come on, guys. You just haven't been paying attention.
I'm famous.
I'm famous. Oren Lightvein, the
People know
Vengeance Dwarven Paladin. People know me as the slam poet. What were we calling it? Slam poet. I think it was like Ironfinger, Stonefinger.
Stonefinger.
Yes.
Yep, that's his alter ego, apparently. But yeah, Oren Lightvein is a vengeance paladin who is on a quest to find his daughter, and I guess save the world as well.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, Colin, who are you, sir, and who are you playing tonight?
My name is Colin. I am 25. I live in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm a nerd.
And now it's gonna get
Looking
Hi,
must have a
Colin!
good sense of
Yeah. And I'm playing Neros, the Drow. He was banished from his home from the Hellhorn clans for suspicion of murdering the matron's daughter. There was a civil war between the Hellhorns and the Rizlak clan, and he was banished and has made his way back to the Underdark with this party of miscreants, and we shall see what fate has in store.
Indeed. So let us remind ourselves what happened last time on Out of the Abyss. The three guys, Mitch, Cord, and Gareth, were all here. So let's catch Colin up on what happened previously.
Please.
So, Cord, you start off, and I'll move on to Mitch, and we'll finish on Gareth.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. All right. So.
Give the ladies what they want.
Yeah. You gotta. So.
They're only human.
Yeah, it's true. So we started off. We met Colonus, the blind seer, with the rest of our army, because we were spit through a portal from Visceran. And his tower and stuff. We met him, and then we met the Basilisk again, Velderskar.
Velderskar, there we go.
Yes, I'm getting it. And then from there, we rode his back into the edges of Menzoberranzan, and then my character brought some of the weaklings from the back of the army up to meet Velderskar. And then Velderskar ate them, so he can then give us a secret passage or something. Anyway, we paid him for something. And then I'll pass the ball to
Matt.
Gareth.
The Emperor. Keep it
we're
going. Keep it
finishing
going.
with Gareth. So.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me pass it to
Don't come
Mitch.
too early.
I gotta catch it.
Match the bet.
Match,
Got the ball.
catch.
So we're all good.
Get it, Matt.
So Colonus was contracted by Baroness Kia Bleak, who is the sort of leader of this militia or army that's found their way into the abyss to help the party. The relationship between him and this Baroness is sort of unclear at this point. Again, he was brought in because he's been to Menzoberranzan before, and I think the Rizlak clan was the clan that had held him captive and tortured him for things as yet revealed. So there's a bit of a connection there, I guess, with Neros, at least in understanding a little bit of the interior of the Rizlak clan. And yeah, he essentially sort of helped act as a counterbalance to Visceran, who was sort of the suspicious guide. Baroness Kiableek was not too comfortable with the idea of trusting Visceran, but sort of her guide that she put forward combined with the guide that the party provided. The hope was that we'd be able to get to the city, which indeed we did, although when we got there, things didn't go so well. I think we lasted about 7-8 minutes in game time, probably about 30 minutes on stream before shit hit the fan. But I'll let Gareth describe our courageous failure when we first entered the city.
I remember there was lots of fire. I remember us daringly taking out a guard. I remember us then immediately drawing attention to ourselves, being set upon, shot with hundreds and hundreds of poisoned arrows, in which we fell. And we woke up in front of a Drow matriarch. She was pretty pissed. And we are in some bizarre torture devices that Will has designed.
Yep.
Yep. You're not in a baby voice, but you may as well be.
Sounds like fun.
So,
Hope
yeah.
you brought your big boy pants.
Let's hope so. So, the three guys are all in the center of House Benray. Quenleth Benray has introduced herself as a matriarch, and she has your dark crystal, which has been given to you by Visceran. And you're meant to plant this in Grumph Benray's inner sanctum to draw all of the lords of the Underdark together and for them to destroy one another. The problem is that you've now been captured by the Drow, and she has that, and she seems very interested in what on earth you want to do with it.
We are
And
captured,
what
but Neros is not.
Neros is not.
Yes, because Neros was not with us last session. So.
Neros was not even there. He was just chilling before.
Also, for those of you viewing, to get, and if you're new here, click that follow button if you haven't already, come on. And go to our Twitter and click that retweet under, not our pinned tweet, but the one right below it, one that says that we are live with Out of the Abyss. And that's the one we're going to count today. We get 20 retweets on that, we will have a viewer decision, and then another one again at 30, and all that stuff. So go over there. We have 6 right now. That's pretty close. It's pretty good considering we're only 9 minutes in. So head over to Twitter, retweet our last tweet, and we'll get us a decision where you guys in chat can play along with us today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, speaking as the blind man, unconscious and bleeding in a cage, I think a viewer decision could be helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
Fully endorse any amount of chaos that could disrupt.
And thank you so much to the Bartholomew for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You are a gentleman in a skull, so thanks so much. Hope you enjoy your stay here. So,
and thank you for bringing that up, the Bartholomew. Bartholomew, not the Bartholomew. Everything up at the top, right above me here. Everything, when we reach a max, that is when we'll do a viewer decision. So we can possibly get 3 viewer decisions in one game, every game. So play along with us. A lot of fun. And there we go.
So, 3 of you guys captured inside this big chamber of Drow, all surrounding you, kind of like a court of them all surrounding you. In her big chair sits Quenleth. You're all in these kind of vice traps, which if you move and struggle, they pincer down closer onto you. But let's actually cut to Neros.
Ooh.
So, camera pans away from that room, out further, and actually it goes all the way out to the roof of House Benray. So, Neros, previously, when you entered that portal with Visceran in the Tower of Araj, when you were escaping from the Shades, the black, oh god, what are they called?
The Enclave.
Enclave, thank you, Black Enclave. You were not teleported along with your friends, that you were in fact teleported into Menzoberranzan. You're not exactly sure why this may have been. It could have been for several reasons, because the magic involved was done very last minute. There was a lot of demon stuff going along. He is a drow. So for whatever reason, you found yourself suddenly teleported into Menzoberranzan. After finding your bearings and kind of keeping hidden from other drow, you saw a big fire going off in the Western Rift, which is the home of tens of thousands of spiders, as the party found out last time.
Previously was the home of.
Previously was, it is now burning down, and you heard the alarm bells going off to signal that the Western Rift is aflame, and so they
Right.
sent out parties of the raiding Drow to sort it out and to kill any intruders. You followed one of these parties, and you actually ended up finding your friends. But when you found your friends, they were captured essentially. They were pinned in these traps, and there were hundreds of Drow, probably about 300 Drow, I think there were, which were surrounding these invaders.
Cakewalk.
But so you actually recognized the house symbol on all the Drow as to be of House Benray, and these are one of the most powerful houses in Menzoberranzan at this time, more powerful than Rizlak or any of the other houses, really. Yeah. So you followed this party back to House Benray, and of course House Benray is a massive fortification. It's essentially a castle
Right.
unto itself. There are hundreds of Drow. They essentially have their own private armies, each of these houses. And so there are thousands of Drow around here. So, to follow your friends inside, how did you get inside this huge kind of fortification?
To follow this party inside.
To follow your friends in who are captured, essentially.
By his rival clan? Oh no, we're in Benray. Sorry, never mind.
Yep, and Benray.
Oh, in Benray, I sort of like just enlisted my help. They sort of just were gathering up everyone, and I kind of just assimilated into their formation,
Nice.
as it were. And there was just like a simple helmet that I could wear. It's probably made of some rusted iron, and I just sort of a la Frodo and Sam, kind of just marching in with the orcs, kind of thing,
Yep.
and inconspicuously just walked in with them.
Nice. Cool. So you entered into this huge courtyard where there are hundreds of Drow posted all along the walls, and of course the architecture here is completely sexy gothic, essentially.
Spiky
Yeah.
ridges.
Spiky
Of course, yeah.
things everywhere. They can't help
Right.
themselves. There were some places
I can't help
previously.
myself in the architecture. Sorry. I tried not to do spikes, but I just did it.
I just couldn't help
I
it.
went with it.
Oh my god.
There's a hot topic downstairs somewhere.
Yeah. So
I love your Jack Skellington emblem. Where'd you get it? Oh, Menzoberranzan.
It's just a drow with an Elmo backpack with pins through it.
so you
That's House Burton.
So, would you have followed the group inside to follow the party directly, or would you at this point have broken off to follow them like on the roofs, or how?
Yeah,
would
I
you
think
have done this?
once in the gates, I would have kind of slunk away.
Yeah.
If there was like ever an opportunity where they like took
Slunk.
some corner, slink away, boys, and kind of just
Smile wave.
yeah. As soon as there was a break, I just just took off.
Yeah. So yeah, we pan up from this scene to see Neros hiding on the roof above, actually looking down in. There's there's glass above this roof, which you can look down in to see. There are like regular patrols going all around here, so you have to every few minutes you have to like change position and take a cover spot because there are like so many Drow going around here, and they're all pretty perceptive guys. So you see the scene down below. Matron Quenleth Benray is talking to these your three friends, or your two friends, and there's one stranger, I suppose, who are being kind of tortured, whipped occasionally, and then there's kind of silence in this courtroom. There are probably 50 Drow in this room. Not all warriors, but I mean every Drow is a warrior essentially. So we'll cut back to the line from last time, and she gets out her dark crystal. She looks at the three of you and says, "You're going to tell me all about this."
Dark Crystal on DVD.
It's great. It's a great film. She loves it.
Yeah, it's first of all.
Where are the bonus features?
Take me to scene select. Where are the deleted scenes? Show them me.
They're deleted. Where are they?
Yeah, you guys have been fairly well warmed up through for a bit of whipping, and these kind of vices which you guys are in. She says, "Speak."
To us?
Yeah.
Yeah, Colonus is kind of like, if we've already started to be whipped and stuff, he's sort of going into a traumatic tailspin, given that he's already been captive and tortured by Drow before. So he's kind of muttering to himself. Like I said, he sort of said a couple of litanies or prayers to the other two dwarves, sort of through his thought speak. But he's now just kind of like trying to recite repetitive incantations to himself to keep himself grounded in any capacity. So he's kind of whimpering and muttering. Yeah.
What about the other two? Do you guys say anything?
Probably a bit out of it if I've been beat up. Actually, what was the question? One more time.
She says, "You're going to tell me all about this."
The deleted scene.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Where are rebel bases?
That is to destroy you. That is your weak. That's what that is.
She speaks fairly good common, but it's clearly not. It's clearly kind of textbook common, so she knows it in practice, but she hasn't spoken to anyone in it, so it's kind of a bit fractured, I suppose, to you.
Yeah.
Which your common might be similar, actually, because you're dwarvish and undercommon. So, she says, "Do explain." She kind of sits on her lap. You, fat one. She puts a big dwarf on the floor with the big beard.
Which one?
Yeah, true.
They both look up.
I kind of just repeat to myself, my name is Mosgrudge Hammer. My name is Mosgrudge Hammer. And that's all I say over and over and over again.
Right. Well, that crystal needs to be here. So, thank you.
You're going to explain, or do we have to kill one of you first?
That crystal is going to open a portal.
Where to?
Don't know. Doesn't matter. It's not where to, it's where from. And who will be walking through it. Not sure. But it will wreak havoc upon your city. Unless you give me my daughter.
She kind of looks around. I don't have your daughter.
No, you do. I know you do.
I see.
She answers by the name Mithrila. She has beautiful green eyes and long locks of black raven hair.
She shakes her head. There is no child. Unless she's Drow.
Can I do an insight?
Sure. It's not going to be an easy check, though, because she's,
Because, it's a drow and they're lying.
yeah, they lie all the time, pretty much.
They love it.
How's
Thank
it
you so
going?
much. Oh, that's well.
All right, then.
You got this.
Thank you so much, Frost Dragon 85 for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Welcome. How's it going, Night Strader? So make me that insight check.
Looks good. 19 batch.
Mine too. Yep, she doesn't have a child, as far as you can tell.
Shot.
Shot.
Right. Well, do you know where my child is? It's been taken by Drow.
Why don't you explain everything? I can be quite reasonable.
Right, well,
And you're in no position to argue, so.
my daughter was stolen from me about a month and a half ago. We have been traveling since. Well, I have, to find my daughter. On the way, I found a demon who decided to take on a town called Schloop. And then from there, I moved on to keep pressing on to Menzoberranzan, where I can find my daughter. I'm haunted by these visions of my daughter here, tortured. Everybody I've met have told me that she would probably have been sacrificed, or will be sacrificed, to your disgusting rodent god. Now, So we moved onward from there. We met another Drow, this sorcerer, I believe it was, who told us.
What's his name?
It started with a V. I don't know. It's
Don't
all your
lie.
names are hard to pronounce. It's
Tell me it.
Venre.
Okay,
Varens.
Voss starts chanting his name at this point, and I turn to Orin and I say, "Are you sure we should do this?"
I mean, it doesn't matter now. She knows that. I know something, right?
His name was Vizaran.
Bezera. Yes.
Devere.
Yes, one of your own.
Interesting. I didn't know he's still alive. He was still alive. Continue.
He told us there was a way we can get to Menzoberranzan. And he delivered. We're here to find my daughter.
And the crystal is for some ulterior purpose, perhaps.
All right, the crystal is to summon demons to come on and stomp on your sorry acid.
Ah, I see.
While
She
we're
kind
here, you know,
of nods slowly.
while we're passing through.
That makes sense, I suppose. They have caused something of a unrest in the world above as well. So you're purely here to find your daughter,
I am, yeah, purely.
and this one. She looks at Moss.
I have bound myself to this quest as well.
I see. So where are you going to place this crystal to make it work?
It's already where it needs to be. It's in House
No.
Benry.
We need to get to Grump's
Oh, that's what
lair, where he
Ah.
lives. I believe he is one of your family.
Yes, one of my sons.
We have been told that he have maybe something to do with this. Maybe something to do with the demons.
She kind of takes a moment and then she dismisses a bunch of her attendants, a bunch of Drow walk out of the room. It's just kind of like the elite, kind of her most favored. And she says,
The ones she didn't kill yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The ones which are gonna die very soon, probably.
Yeah.
And she says, we haven't seen Grumph in some time. He went to his sanctum. He was visited several times by a Mistress Ilvara, and then all of this with the demons happened. Orin, Mistress Ilvara, does that ring a bell with you?
Mistress.
Not.
Maybe from session 1? Long time ago.
Session 1, Miss Silvara.
I heard she may have held an outpost somewhere. Her name's
Maybe a
Strikes-
Vulcanbell. Maybe she's the one that has your daughter.
Oh.
The deleted scene.
Oh, no. Mistress Elvara took her. Okay. I mean, that works out because he has an intelligence of 8, so.
You have my you have my baby. You all have,
Have
my
my
baby.
Drow.
All of you have my Drow.
So yeah, I
And my dwarf.
My baby. Mistress Silvara, that sounds familiar.
Really?
Yes, I believe she.
That is a surprise.
yeah.
She says she is a small time priestess.
She's a small town girl.
Small town girl, really. She's from the south of Drow Town. No, she
Drow.
says, Drow, yeah. She is of little consequence. It was odd that she would visit Grumph so regularly. I thought they might have been plotting on something, but alas, I do have 12 sons to keep an eye on.
Did you just say, alas, you do have? You have my daughter.
I don't have your daughter.
Well, then maybe.
If I did, I'd bring you to her and probably torture her before your eyes, just to see what you do. But I don't.
Right. Well, if you let me out of these binds, I will take a look at what's going on in Grumps. And I'll come back with my daughter. And you could keep the crystal.
I keep the crystal.
We need the crystal. It will help us get our task done.
I don't think
Your
she's gonna
task
give us
being
the
summon the
crystal.
demon lords, the Underdark.
Do you want the demon lords to go away?
Yes.
This is a way to do it. Do you have another way?
It's the only way to do it.
She kind of looks at you two.
Do,
Brown.
do I look like I'm in a position to bargain? I kind of move, so some blood trickles down my shoulder or something.
Yeah.
You have me completely at the truth. You know that sooner or later the demons are going to wipe out half of the Underdark. And do you think Menzoberranzan is going to escape that?
She nods her head. This is love's test for us. It must be. Very well. If I get you into Grump's tower,
Right.
then you set this crystal in place. You summon the demon lords here. You deal with Grump. He has been testing of late. Kill him, if you so please.
Love to.
You take your daughter. And all is well.
Seems to
And the rest.
Sorry, what was that, Moss?
And the rest.
The rest... I am not familiar with this phrase, or what you mean.
So you're saying you'll let the four of us walk out of here?
Great.
The four of you?
The baby and the three of us.
She kind of grins evilly. Yes, I'll let you walk out of here. You have my word.
Unharmed.
Colonus, in like a really sort of desperate, almost like a choking voice, it's coming telepathically, will just say, "Do what she says. We have to get out." And he's also going to activate his psionic investigation. So he put that little coin on. He put there the bleeps, the sweeps, and the beeps.
And the creeps, yeah.
He put that coin on Visceran, so at any point within 24 hours, I can just check where he is and see from the coin's perspective. So I just want to
Nice.
know where Visceran is.
Cool. Visceran, you get the perspective of the coin, and you can see that he's in a tower room. At the top of the tower, there's a big mirror set against the side. He has a big ritual kind of drawings and paintings on the floor. He has all sorts of magical curios going on. You wouldn't recognize this as Araj, his home tower, but if the other players could see, that's what they would see.
Can I make an Arcana to see what kind of ritual he's prepping for?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He's actually, what is it, quote 68?
And I'll burn a
Prepping
luck.
a vein?
Rubbing a vein right now.
Yeah.
I'll burn a
47.
I'll burn a luck to root that.
Cool. Good. And of course, if you guys haven't yet followed, hit that follow button, join the adventure. We're here every single week, 5 nights a week playing D&D, so do join us. On a 12, you don't know exactly what kind of ritual he's casting. It seems like a very complicated one, so probably a pretty high level sort of spell.
Cool. Is he alone in the prepping of this ritual?
Is. Neros, can you roll me a stealth check, please? As the patrol goes
I
past.
can do that.
Nice.
As you put up your Assassin's Creed hood and blend in.
Yeah. I'm just another drow. We're all Ashen.
Yeah. We all look alike.
See if you probably see like a group of 5 of these guys just like walking past your position on the roof.
Right.
Now 6. Wait, wasn't there?
Oh yeah.
Where'd you come from?
So on a 5, they turn and one of them sees you, kind of points at you immediately. They start shouting out. The alarm bell goes off. Bong, bong, bong. And
We found the deleted scene.
yeah, there we are.
Oh dear.
And Quenlith from down, she doesn't like move. None of the drown remove, and she says, we have unexpected visitors. And I guess it's probably the case.
Did you roll a 3?
It rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. Great.
I guess it's probably the case, Norris, with the amount of thousands of drow in this place that
Step on him.
it.
Whoops, sorry.
So there's another one. Ooh. It probably is the case that you are. Well, these 5 of these guys turn towards you, and they're immediately going to kind of raise their little hand crossbows with poison darts towards you.
And then what? On the roof?
Yeah, you're on the roof, and you look out, and there are thousands of drow crawling around to get to this roof.
Right. Hello. No,
You probably know that if you resist, you will be killed.
Right.
Because you're basically, they probably think you're an invading drow from a different house.
Right.
Which means that you're an assassin here to kill Quenleth Benry.
Is there
Normal stuff.
Yeah.
any sort of window on this rooftop or
Yeah.
anything like that?
There's
that
a
I
window down into the central room where these guys are lying.
Could... Okay. And can I see any sort of ledge underneath where this window might be?
I mean, if you're gonna go down into this room, it's gonna be painful.
Alright, let's do
it.
Yeah, I think he sees everyone, and yeah, he just decides to. It's what is it, glass?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah, and he smashes through. Hopefully, to try and like land on some kind of ledge or anything. Like, is it just kind of like a throne room? I'm picturing like a parapet and like a what do you call it? A dais or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Roll me a acrobatics check as you're gonna smash through this glass down
Okay.
into the chamber.
Diaz. Cameron
Diaz. Cameron Diaz. Yeah.
The
So,
Cameron Diaz.
So on a 4, you're gonna take a D10 as you like.
Two,
hit the ground.
good. 2 rolls. Good.
Yeah.
2 rolls.
You're doing
Woo wee.
Strong rolls, Colin.
And you're just automatically gonna take 3 from like the glass that you're just
Right,
putting your
right.
hands on. So you take 11 damage total as you land very ungracefully.
And
kind
Drow
of fall-
glass is laced with poison, so.
Yeah. Oh, probably yeah. Um,
Yeah, but
He's right there.
I-
Hey, pass me that bottle. Oh, shit.
I would be immune to a drow poison, though, wouldn't I?
I don't think so, because they poison
no.
each other all the time.
They poison each other all the time.
That's true.
So
Okay.
they're probably specifically designed to kill drow.
Right,
Yes.
for other drow, yeah, exactly. You're right.
So yeah, you fall through, land, probably amongst these guys. You're immediately, all the drow in the room immediately kind of like boom, 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 with their hand crossbows. And you are like knocked unconscious.
There he is, get him.
Yep.
Cool.
So you're just, 50 drow in this room. Probably a few less because I sent them off.
It's true.
Just you're kind of pierced with these darts which just send you to sleep. You guys who are still awake should you see Quenleth kind of raising an eyebrow and saying, "One of yours?" Or
It's just like it's dragged in. It's like,
it's like
well, that
dressed
was our
like,
hope.
full,
Out of
What?
game.
full of darts.
Yeah.
and he's
Oh,
got
shit.
glass all over his body. It's
What? Just
That's a drow. That's one of yours.
Yep. We've never seen Neros before.
deception checks from you.
Well, it is one of theirs, because it came from here.
True, but you're lying about the fact that you don't know who he is.
I never
Neros
said
is
No, it's
I just went, that's one of
I
yours.
got an unnatural gentleman's 20
Nice.
on my. I don't know who Neros is.
I'll be right back.
Neros is just a word in dwarf for stranger.
Yeah. What's a dwarven word for friend? Neros. What about you, Aaron? She probably doesn't pay too much attention to what Moss says. So she just doesn't pay attention to you. They drag Neros through and actually start giving you basically the equivalent of like drow smelling salts. Because what they do is they like to torture people and then they like to wake them up so that they can get information out of them.
And then torture him some more.
Yeah, Oren, have you got me a deception test?
Yeah, 18.
18. Fine, okay, for it. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, she's none the wiser. Two of these guys are standing over you, Neros. They kind of wake you up, pull your head back so you're looking straight up at Quenleth. You wouldn't recognize her necessarily, but you know her by reputation.
Mm.
She is very old. She's probably hundreds of years old, and she is one of the most ruthless Drow
Yeah,
leaders.
I think
That's how her house is so powerful. They get it by killing other
he
houses.
knows her. So this house, what is it? Benray.
Benray.
They had funded and given a lot of support and money to the Rizlak clan.
Yeah.
And just as a lower house, just to have them as support.
Yeah.
And the Hellhorns had never. They're kind of a lesser house than even Rizlak.
Yeah.
So they were kind of under scrutiny from the Rizlak. So Benray had been funding a lot of their campaigns to destroy other clans and stuff like that. So Neros
Sounds about right, because this
Yeah.
lady likes to manipulate all of the
Yeah.
other houses for the amount of money and control which
Right.
they have. So they'll lend troops, probably even to Rizlax in the past. They'd have helped them. Grumpf might have helped them with their mages. But of course, it's also that you two will destroy each other, and then her house will be left even more powerful. So she
Right.
probably she didn't care about the Rizlax at all. She just wanted them to destroy you. She could take all the boys.
Right, yeah, it's easy for her, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I was gonna do that anyway. Here
it's
you
a
go.
cutthroat world. And so
Can I do a check to see whether I think they're going to kill him or not? Can I do an insight?
I mean,
judge
I'll give you this straight up. You mean you wouldn't know about Drow culture, whether they're about to ritually execute him or anything.
Yeah.
But immediately there is not like a knife to his throat.
Okay.
That's pretty much all you'd be able to tell.
That's fine. It's just as long as it doesn't look like they're immediately going to kill him when we've denied knowing him. Yeah, that's fine.
So she says, "What is your name, Drow?"
He just bitterly kind of says, "I am from the Hellhorn clan," and he spits on the ground, spits out blood.
Oh, interesting. What quarrel do the Hellhorns have with me?
He looks at her. He says, "You have destroyed our people and our way of life, and my life is a ruin because of you." And then he says, "Where is she? Where is my matron's daughter?"
I suppose that is reason to hate me. Your matron's daughter. Which one is she?
He says, "Matron Genrel."
Genrel. That name is familiar. Remind me, Drow.
The girl's name is Saka. She was taken 35 years ago, and I was blamed for it.
Ah, so that makes you. And she looks around. Neros? Neros! The exiled one.
And he kind of just bows his head in shame.
And you return here 35 years later, seeking your revenge. I like you, Neros. We could use people like you.
And he kind of just struggles his way as he's kind of insulted by it, but at the same time he doesn't want to appear too violent.
Yeah.
And he says to her, "What are you planning on doing with the crystal?"
Well, oh, you know of the crystal. So he is your friend.
And he smiles.
Very well then. I see you have
Shit.
interesting friends, my dwarven
Some drow.
captives.
Can't even keep a secret.
Well,
He looks around at them as if he has no idea. He assumes that they've already known.
yeah.
I try to wink at you. I'm like, yeah.
Right.
But it's
But I'm
Your
covered in
eyes like
blood.
shut because it's been punched so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all just a mess.
Yeah.
He says to her, he says, "I plead with you. It is going to destroy us all."
I rather thought that was the plan, to summon all the demon lords here and have them fight one another. That's what these two dwarves told me, or are they lying again?
And he says, are you willing to take that chance? This place, as it is, will be no more.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think Lolth has her ways, and I think she knows exactly what she's doing. This is clearly a test for House Benray. Why else would Grumpf be chosen?
And he kind of just says, "If you think you know what you're getting into, you're in for a rude awakening."
We'll see about that. So, can you confirm that he is with you before I kill him?
He's with us.
He's
And
with
he
us.
starts just like screaming,
No,
trying
no.
to like, ah!
Yeah, they probably like someone probably like the equivalent of blackjacks you over the head, so you black out from.
Yeah.
And then I think so. Oh god, I'm back. Like, yeah, and she says, "Very well. We have an agreement. Why is that one still muttering on the floor? Can you, someone shut him up?"
I would, but I can't move because somebody has bound me with barbed straps and chains.
Yeah, the
Or
guy
I
comes
would.
over. The guy comes over to whip Colonus, and then he also gives Orin a whipping as well for
Aye, my
talking
face.
back to Matron.
beard.
And then like he actually goes ahead and he says, "You will not speak like that to the matron." And he takes your hand, he grabs your hand, Orin, and like takes your finger, breaks it, and then he gets out this knife, and then he slowly starts to go to work on flaying your finger, which is like, the most painful thing that you've ever experienced.
Great.
So he starts to like slow, like he probably gets about a third of the way done when Quentin says, "Enough. We need him in a fighting state."
Thank you so much, Scotty. Thank you so much for clicking that follow and a welcome, my friend, to the adventure. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Enjoy that free gold in chat, my friend.
How's it going, Scott?
You bitch. All right, so that's not what I say.
Yeah.
But I scream.
So yeah, Ladrell like backs down, he puts the knife away, and he's just like glaring at you the most. And he goes back to her side. He's clearly one of her like consorts, and
We
she's
got him at Flayed Finger. That's
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
got,
exactly.
got him to click that follow button. He was like, "Shit, these guys are
Flayed Finger.
Flayed
Yeah.
Finger. Fuck, I'm in."
It's like I'm watching deleted scenes all night.
This guy's actually he's not wearing like he's wearing like armor, but it's kind of loose, so his like chest is kind of exposed,
Great.
and she's got like one hand like stroking his abs, even though she's like clearly like hundreds of years older than this guy.
I like pretty.
The pretty ones.
My poor boy.
And yeah, she says, "So I suppose we should let you go free off to Sorcerer to find Grump's inner sanctum, as you said."
You understand we need to get there safely. and you understand what can happen if we do not succeed.
I
This
am
could-
aware of the consequences of all actions. Though I suppose if a few of you died, like the one muttering there, I could have him.
We are
We
all
could use a
part of-
human experiment, couldn't we? And one of the Drow kind of nods emphatically, like, "Yes, I want
guess
him
if-
back."
If Quenlith was like being the sort of head of House Benray for as long as she has been, she probably would have been like associated with Rizlak, like as
Yeah.
Neros was saying, like if they were like investing in and sort of like playing puppeteer to the Rizlak clan, there's a chance she may recognize me, given that the Rizlaks are the one who would help me capture.
Yeah, she doesn't, like personally, but there's definitely this Drow who she looks towards. He like nods emphatically. He says, "I want him back," and you would recognize this man if you kind of see him. You don't know his name.
But you can't, so haha.
Yeah. Well, you probably look over at him. You wouldn't know his name because he never told you his name, but he was one of your prime kind of torturers before. He was the guy who would like take off the hood, and you'd see him, and he'd never say anything but ask you questions which you had no hope of answering. You know, ridiculous questions like, where are the deleted scenes?
Yeah.
He was big on that.
Cool, yeah. I mean, Colonus is probably still muttering, but at this point, like, while muttering outwardly, he's trying his best to sort of maintain some of a dialogue with Orin and Moss. Again, just sort of advising that, like, we need to get out of here as fast as we can, do whatever she says.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not really making any address to his captor or his old torturer, who I guess is sort of, like, seething at the bit.
Yeah, like, I want him back. And Quenlin says, "Perhaps after." Now, as I agreed, you will go safely to Sorcerer. Once you're there, however, I cannot promise you any safety. So, good luck.
Do you know of a way in?
Yes, the front door. Now then.
We will need our weapons.
Yeah, she kind of motions, and people come and they like release these like clamps. Oops, ambulance going by. Don't worry about that.
Or escape.
My immersion.
They've released the clamps.
They release the clamps, and these like nets like fall off. These webs like fall off you guys. Like stand up, and your weapons are returned to you. And she says, "You'll be escorted out of here." Any last words?
I try to draw my sword, but can't because my finger is broken and flayed.
Yep, true.
I will also say we require some healing for the damage you have done to us.
We require more Vespin gas.
She kind of grins and says, "Very well. I will hand you over to Relatar over here, and this is your old captor, Relotar, for those wondering.
For those of you writing it down,
For you, those of you at home,
for those of you that have a backstory with this guy, Aro.
and she says, he is practiced in the arts of pain and healing. Now, be gone." And Neros, as you're like being led off, she says, "Don't try and sneak in again. My guards will not be so forgiving."
He bows to her, like very eloquently, as if he has almost turned a 180
Yeah.
with her forgiveness.
Go. So you guys are led, out of this chamber, kind of pushed by these guards. No means like nicely. They're just kind of shoving you guys out. And Relatar leads the way. He's also a fairly old drow. He's got this kind of Kurt Cobain look going on, essentially.
Yeah. He's got a hole in
Smelling
his
the back of his head.
Yeah, exactly.
And he leads you downwards into a dark chamber, dark chamber, full of torture instruments. For you, Colonus, this is
Smell it. Yeah, I can just smell. I know where I am by the smell.
yeah.
Yeah, it smells like Team Spirit.
I'm getting
Hey, we're here all week.
5 nights a
And-
week, Sunday through Friday.
and yeah, I mean, all these torture devices. This is clearly pretty traumatic, kind of flashback, kind of like, oh god, I was
Yeah.
oh.
I've also got, so like with my blind sight within 30 feet, can you just give me where in the room is like the most like painful and excruciating or potent like torture device that I can see in the room that I recall either having been used
It's a
on
baby
me or
face.
like seen on someone else? Just like the worst one in the room that I can see.
Sure. So he's got a. This is probably the kind of rack which you were on before, and it's
It's a nice rack.
mechanic. Yeah, it's a real nice rack. It's got these kind of wooden arms coming out of it, which end in devices like knives, essentially. So it's a bit like a robot. So if you think kind of like a Fallout robot, I guess, but wooden and kind of mechanically built, and it has these arms which would come down and they would slowly kind of scrape and flay you all over your body, essentially. And then they'd heal you, and as your skin grew back over the course of a couple of days, good old scrape.
Back in the scrapey chair.
Straight back in the scrapey chair.
Also, does Colonus see any particular like potent toxins or vials or anything? So
Oh, yeah.
presumably there'd be somewhere where like there's like a chemical section where they
Yeah,
keep all
he
the-
goes to this big
reagent.
cabinet, essentially, full of all his vials, which he brings out, and he's got like all labeled very nicely. And he kind of grabs a few of these tinctures, which are essentially healing potions, and he kind of hands them to each of you. But he holds back this one to as he's gonna give it to Colonus, and he's just kind of looking at you, and he says, "We could do some more work down here, you and I."
I'm going to Will, give me the name of like the most like painful, excruciating like toxin or poison that I might have had injected into my system.
Cool. It is called Taranar. Taranar toxin.
All right, I'm going to rock my conquering mind. I'm going to sort of stare into this guy's face with my scarred over, pulled out eyes, and I'm just going to say very calmly and sort of straight to my scarred stars. Yeah, I'm going to use the second version. Occluded mind takes 2 of my psi points. Force a target within 120 feet to believe one of my statement on a failed int save, and I'm going to tell him that Quenlith has instructed that I receive an unopened vial of Taranar.
All right, so to make a check.
Yeah, so he makes an int save, DC 15.
All right then. Let's see what he gets. Got a +2. 12. So yeah, he fails.
Fuck you.
Fuck off.
So you're gonna look into his head, and there's like a little glazing kind of goes over his eyes for a little bit. I'll get you the Terra now.
Right here.
Right, I
Turns into some cockney guy. Righto, it's right over here. Chip, pip, pip. There we go.
He turned into Steve Irwin for a second. Oh no, mate. Look like colour.
And it goes away. It's like,
Right over here. Let me take a look.
Anyway.
Oh, look at it guy right there. My golly.
Pipskidoo.
Yeah.
Let me
He,
just bend
He
over.
wasn't- He was careful enough to say unopened, so like he's not asking that Taranar be administered to me, but like I get like a vial of it.
here you go, mate. Yeah, he just kind of nods and turns kind of very mechanically. Goes grabs some Taranar. It's this vial, green. If you kind of open it, you're gonna smell it. Actually, it would burn your eyes if you like open it very.
If he
Too
wasn't
soon.
blind.
If you was blind already. This is probably what blinded you.
Yeah.
Slow
it was
administering.
like it was like an acidic thing, so like my eyes are just like sealed over with scars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you communicating to us what's going on right now?
Nope.
Because I'm ready to stomp at this fool.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are still kind of surrounded by Drow. They're not just
Oh,
like
still,
you didn't just like walk down into the basement of all the
This
cool
guy,
stuff. And they're like,
yeah.
oh shit, we forgot
You guys
about
play
that."
nice.
Yeah. Wait, we just let him go.
You guys play nice.
Gary, you always do that. So
yeah,
I whisper to Orin. I say, "Who's the human?"
Hey, this is Colonus. He's a seer, which is a funny term, really, because he's
I see the irony.
he's blind.
Yes.
But
I see
anyway,
the
he's
irony.
he's a mystic from the army that we led down here.
And he looks at him. He says, "Can we trust him?"
You're gonna
So
hear.
far, he hasn't
You're
done
gonna hear a
anything.
voice in. You'll hear a voice in your head, Neros, that's sort of coming from Colonus. Again, sort of the same thing that he sort of introed to Orin and Moss with, just sort of telepathic communication. So opening with, my name is Colonus, need not be afraid. I am here to help.
And
Charles.
yeah,
Yeah,
Neros
so much
kind of just
Charles.
looks to his side, and then he looks back at Orin. He says, "I'm sorry I gave your position away." He said, "This place brings back grave memories, and I'm thinking irrationally. If I can't clear my name here, there's no point to live." And then he kind of looks toward the blind man, and then back to Orin.
Sorry, I said that we didn't know you, but I thought it would probably be would probably help our survival.
He said, "Yes, my name is not exactly well off here."
Right. Well, we must gotta keep looking forward, really. So what are you doing at the dome?
He gives you the Taranar, and actually, I'm gonna say Neros. As you got some good dark vision going on here, pretty easily sort of places. You actually hear like you hear a soft moaning coming from a corner of the room, and then you see a boot on one of these racks, which probably leads to a leg and a body.
Right.
No, not necessarily in a drought torture chamber.
It's true.
So he looks back at Orin and he says, "We have to get out of here quickly. So make what we can and let's leave this place.
I guess as Relitar sort of turns or like goes to address one of the others in the party, Colonus is going to take the vial and just sort of close his palm around it, and it's going to like suck into his body. He's going to use that store one item in his body power. He doesn't have anything else on him, so like if he had like a dagger, he'd like shit out a dagger, but he doesn't actually have anything.
We've all been there, right, guys?
Right, guys? Am I right?
Am I right?
It's like a human Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah,
way,
so it's
who?
story.
So there's Moss, there's Orin, there's Colonus.
There's Darren Axe, who just followed. Thank you so much, Darren Axe.
Hey!
How about that?
Okay.
Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, my friend. Enjoy your stay. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
So there's you guys, and there's obviously Neros. There was someone else, right, guys?
Yeah, there was that girl.
Yeah, there was
one
Deborah.
yeah,
Deborah.
Deborah.
You guys forgot her again.
Yeah, always little Debbie.
But
There was a big fireball.
Her and Trevor, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but
she followed you. She was captured with you guys. You haven't seen her since.
good. That makes it easy.
She probably went full drow.
Do I recognize that boot?
Oh yeah, okay. Can I roll an insight to if I recognize that leg?
Roll me a perception check.
That boot is actually a thigh-high leather boot. We can only recognize it as.
Hang on.
Size 4.
She got those from Jones Bootmakers.
Yep.
That is Deborah. That's my girl.
She's the only one who would wear
From
that
the very
this time. And this time
From the
it's
very
Ethan.
first campaign, the dresser.
Yes.
We still do.
The stylist from
I know that boot. I've worn that boot.
that tailor from back there. Oh god.
It all
TBT.
comes back.
He's the guy behind all of it.
It's the tailor.
He's
Oh, that
sitting there
cobbler.
sewing.
Hi guys.
Oh yeah, it was that guy? I forgot it. Yeah,
It was
you're right.
so annoyed if you'll stick
He's
to
also a tinker and a soldier and a spy.
it.
I rolled a
So, yeah, on a 7, yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah, you recognise this. It's a human boot.
7. Okay. Yeah, I look back to Orin and I say, "Where's the girl?"
Where is she?
Where is she? Where's the girl?
Ah, Neros, well.
Bane. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to be wanting her back as well.
Did you say that to
Yes.
Relatar?
Well,
He says that wasn't part of the agreement.
I'm making it part of the agreement.
I'd like to see you try and make that happen. No, she is mine. You agreed that the 4 of you would walk out of here safely.
That's right, we did.
Colonus is going
Oops.
to spam. Colonus is going to spam his thought spear to kill her to save her the agony of being tortured,
Nice.
and no one's really going to
Spam
notice
it.
anything. She may like grunt, like she may like be grunting in pain and stuff like that, but he's going to like pew 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 until she drops. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you I'm gonna see if he notices this actually, just on an arcane level. See if he can
Mind
just his
bullets.
arcana check. So on a 19 I'm gonna say he notices you kind of casting your thought spear. And he's gonna try and stop you from spamming it about essentially. So you're just like pressing Q like
Control Alt Delete.
Voodoo.
I mean, he might be able to identify that like she is being hit by some type of psionics.
Yeah.
And then
Is
he'd
she,
have to like.
I'm sorry, is she in the corners of the room or is she
She's
in a
gonna-
separate chamber?
She's in the corner of a room. It's a big room.
Okay.
She's in
So
the
she-
corners. She is
All of them.
in pieces.
Yes, there's one. Yeah, no.
So yeah, you,
Okay.
you start like you probably get off a few thought spears before he kind of notices that she's being attacked. So she's like injured, and then he like places up a barrier around her, and he's like, "She is mine."
Like a
now
Skyrim
leave.
ward.
Yeah.
While that happens, is that immune to just like mental powers?
You don't know. You see like
barrier
shield go up, barrier go up.
Yeah, so I take an arrow and I shoot her.
Cool. As you like go to grab your arrow, Drow behind you, crack.
It snaps
Cracks.
the quill.
Just There.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
just like boots you between the legs from behind.
I take one step over and I pull out another. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, now he goes to like, because you guys are still like held by the Drow.
I would do
as you go to
something with
like,
my hand's still bleeding.
yeah, as you go to grab your hand, he goes, snaps, your hand's broken, suddenly crippled, and then like pressure point inside your neck, you're out.
All right. Cool.
And
So
then,
like this is super weird and like maybe a stretch, but I'm gonna use mind melding to try and like communicate with her telepathically. Does that get through the barrier? Or I guess if there's a barrier to psionic thought spheres, there might also be a barrier to this.
It's really muffled.
roll me an Arcana check to see if you can like punch through it, essentially.
Muffled.
If you guys haven't seen the
Maybe
roast, who's the
ignore it
roast of
again.
Roseanne with Gilbert Godfrey, you have to.
Just do yourself a favor and watch that YouTube video.
So yeah, on a 20, you can like break through the barrier to like get a mental connection with her.
Sweet.
And yeah, I'm basically gonna try and like sort of hypnotize her by like giving her like a litany of chants and very sort of like mystic-esque kind of descriptions of the cosmos and like the the particle matter and the currents of space-time that we're all a part of. A whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, and actually try and like induce her to like let go of consciousness.
She yeah, so you're like talking to her, she's like, shut up, I've got a knife. What the hell are you talking about? It's like in her head, shut up. Gonna blow my cover.
He's immediately gonna stop what he's sending and like, okay, time to go. Yeah, like he's gonna straight up break the connection if she's armed and has a hidden knife. He was gonna try and say like, let yourself die
Yeah,
at the first
right.
opportunity because you don't want to be tortured by these people. But yeah.
You're gonna blow my cover, dude.
Yeah. So
I grab Neros's boot and begin dragging him out behind us.
yeah, so they probably like snap him back to consciousness with these kind of like these like smelling salts to kind of place him under your nose, and you come back, but your hand is like in crippling agony. It's your left hand.
Good.
So yeah, these guys like they didn't just go to stab you or anything. They just like master of hand to hand is like.
I mean, he needs two hands to fire a bow. So.
Sure enough.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, Rolatar says now go. And the Drow start to lead you out of the compound where there are like these thousands of Drow kind of just hanging around, a lot of guards on the walls and stuff, back out into the main city of Menzoberranzan.
Columbus like kicks the dagger under a table that he pooped in.
Nice.
Hidden daggers.
That one's a spiky one.
Hey!
Makes sense. So yeah, there's a Drow kind of leading you out. There's probably like a pack of about 100 of you guys. You can make out the name of the leader who's leading you guys, as they kind of refer to him. His name is Valas.
Valas. We meet
Alas, Valas. I didn't know him well. Yes.
Valas, Poyorik.
Valas. Valar Morgulus. He leads you guys out. Valas Morgulus. They lead you straight out of the compound in kind of military position. All of these guys are walking very kind of like kind of machines, and they start heading towards these three sets of big towers on the northeastern side of town, of the huge city, in fact. So, Neros, how are you kind of coping with broken hand?
He's taken some cloth from his undershirt and just tied it. And I mean, can I roll something to like?
Okay, a
He gave us
medicine
healing
check.
potions, right?
You give me a healing potion too.
Yeah. I'm gonna pour mine on my wound and try to massage it into the bone.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a medicine check, or can I do like a nature check just in case? Like I've been out in the woods for so long that like maybe I've sprained something or before, so I can at least pop it back into place or something.
It would probably be a medicine check because it's just to do with actual healing.
Yeah.
So on 7 you managed to kind of like brace it a bit, but this is by no means like a perfect solution. Hang limp. But yeah, Oren, you kind of pour the health potion back on your finger, and you see the skin begin to reform. You You might like drink a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I
and
drink some, but I use most of it just pouring it on my finger.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get,
These are like, see,
something
it does Indiana Jones free on Sean Connery's body, Holy Grail thing,
yeah.
where basically like all of the wounds begin to like sear off, and your skin reforms. And if you drink it, and you feel more revitalized, like your internal organs, which might have been bleeding
my
a little
eyes
bit.
swelling goes down a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably do that. I probably pour half of it on my finger to like make my hand. I can actually grip a sword with it again.
Yeah.
And then I drink the rest of it, which isn't enough to heal me, but it's enough to make the swelling go down. So.
Gotcha. So yeah, you guys actually go back up to full. These are pretty potent potions. So if you guys have taken injuries, then you'll go back.
Potables.
Indeed. So Rillatar's actually sorted you out fairly well here. His potions are made to bring you back up to full,
Besides
so he can
the threats,
you back
yeah.
down. Yeah. And despite the fact that he has Dabra kind of being tortured, apart from that, he's a nice guy. So
yeah, real nice guy. Besides
real nice guy.
torture,
Really.
the lady torture.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us. So they start kind of just walking out. Are you guys doing anything particular? Are you talking?
Are we still like being pretty closely escorted at this point?
Yeah, you're escorted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colonus is going to open up like a thought speak with Neros.
Because of TeamSpeak server.
Yeah. Open up a TeamSpeak server.
So Neros, can you
I'm
just give me like
Mumble. Where are you?
the physical description of what Neros looks like?
Colin's just AFK, but Colin, I believe Neros looks like a drow. I'll let him describe.
He looks
Who
like
exactly.
man. Looks like man.
We can make up anything we want. It's a drow with a rainbow mohawk. It's like, yeah.
Kappa Pride.
Strong look. He's making a stand.
Dungarees.
There we go. Colin, what does Neros look like?
Like a really handsome gentleman.
There you go.
What? No, I don't know. Wait, what?
So what does Neros look like?
Colonus is opening up while we're being escorted and sort of walking through Menzoberranzan. Colonus will open up like a thought speak channel with you, just to get a sense of like your.
So he's tall with like dark grayish skin. He has white hair that kind of like draped over to the side, and he has tattoos that indicate like his tribe. They're kind of red and they're sketched in with like scars and stuff like that, but you see they're like bluish tattoos, and he has like really deep red eyes.
Cool. Will, just for clarification, what does Terranar do? Like I have a whole vial of it. Is that like a ton based on what it does?
It's probably enough for 2 to 3 uses. It's gonna burn through anything, but it doesn't kill you when it burns. It burns you. It's just gonna leave you in like a. So it's kind of like a venom, and it also has the anti-venom at the same time. So running through your blood is like intense pain, but it's not enough to kill you. It just keeps you alive over and over.
So it kind of like it incapacitates without knocking unconscious.
Yep, and if you apply it to the skin, it's going to burn through anything. It's going to burn through your skin. So it's going to basically flay off skin down to the bone, but it's not going to kill you.
Okay, would I have any sense of
kill
like?
you.
It won't kill you, don't worry.
Everything will be
what do you say?
deteriorated. You'll be a skeleton, but it won't kill you.
Yeah. So in theory, yeah,
That's an insane
in theory,
torture.
if you
That's
had
how
enough
skeletons are
Paranar, it would take loads and it's super expensive. Then in theory, you could get someone down just to their organs and very last level of muscle and flesh.
So does it only sear flesh? Like if I like pour it on like stone, it's not going to start burning at the stone.
I'm going to burn stone. Yeah, it's
Cool.
like organic
That's all I
material. It just eats.
Cool. That's all I need to know. So Colonus will open up like a thought channel with Neros and sort of ask, I guess, gesturing towards his bow. I guess if he's got a pretty prominent bow or crossbow with a quiver in some capacity. That's what I was sort of asking.
Yeah, he has a. Although I think he lost it in the when we were fighting that monster. What's that monster called? He had a staff.
A
Yeah, the
beholder.
beholder. He had a staff that he lost, and he has like a black longbow.
So, I guess, fuck. Basically, I'm wanting to like suggest that we can put this Terranar on your fucking weapons, but Orin I know has a sword, so that'll work too. But Moss, what is your weapon, Moss?
I have a drow sword as well.
The sword's cool. So I guess this open message will be to all
Giant
three.
steak knives.
And yeah, it'll be like once we're alone, will take a moment and apply the Terranar to each of your weapons. It'll sear and excruciate any wounds that you can inflict.
I don't think the Drow are going to bat an eyelid at us poisoning a blade. I think they've seen this many a time. So.
It's true.
The dwarf is right.
But there's a guy doing it over there right now.
Thank you, Finbar, for the host. Yeah, that's the guy.
We're fucking Jerry.
He puts it
It was
away.
like,
You saw nothing.
poison store, get your blade. Poison.
It's like a shoe shine like booth.
Yes.
It's a little
That is
boy
so
who comes
Yeah,
up
it's
to
a
us.
little child
Poison
just,
your
like,
blade, sir.
with a rag.
like-
with, like,
There's
green
two
stains
competing
on it.
businesses across the way from each other.
It's like it's like that thing
Guy
you
on a
do
bike
like every
with
a
the
weekly thing that just Drow do, like getting their hair cut. They don't do that because their hair grows.
Did
So
you
they just
poison your blade? Yes, Mom.
Yeah, then cool. He's gonna like gesture to Orin for his sword.
Here you go. I give it to you.
And he'll like have
Don't
super
miss.
shaky hands because he's an old man. No, I'm just kidding.
He's got the shakes and just goes everywhere, splashing all over the place.
Spills on his foot.
My eye!
And he'll apply like really carefully, sort of stopping while he applies.
Okay. I'll do it. Just gotta grab it from your hands. It's just a
Uh,
blind
yeah,
man
but-
soaking a blade. It's just I'll do it. Then you.
I can see shit. And you guys will like start to get a sense, particularly while I'm doing this, that like my ability to see, however that works, is like fairly decent because like the level of detail and like how precise I'm being and stuff like that.
just cataract.
It's like okay, weird, yeah.
full of
The worst
pinstripe.
fucking cataract. Yeah. So Will, do I have enough Terranar to cover both swords and
Yeah.
like half a dozen arrows?
I also have a sword too, so.
Cool. And I just want to keep a little bit for myself, if that's cool.
Yeah, just a
little for myself.
Just a tip.
I deserve this.
Me.
For a crazy weekend, you know.
It's been a hard
Fine.
week. This is for me.
Girl time. Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys apply the poison to the blades, just a tip, and you are kind of led towards these three big imposing towers. You hear them mention the name Sorcerer as you're walking towards them, and the central one is probably the biggest one. Got a big pointy spire, very similar to Araj in many ways that you guys seen before. So clearly wizard tower, but it actually has like a building on the side. So I think kind of almost like a church, like a traditional English church, I guess. Big rectangular kind of section, and then spire leading up on the side of it. So go ahead, Mitch.
Can I check on my coin again? My coin that was with this ring.
Yeah. Checking on your coin, he's progressing through the ritual. So he's like cast a bit more blood on the floor. There's a few more feathers around, and you can hear some chanting going on.
Now, because here, I'll drop it in the roll.
Sure.
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 Just out of curiosity, who has the crystal at the moment?
No one.
None of you guys. She still has it.
Oh, we didn't take it.
I didn't hear you guys say anything about taking it.
Okay, I suggest that I say, Drowse, can I
Wait,
go
I
back
forgot
and get
something.
the crystal, please?
So who do you say this to?
I'll say it to.
Start tugging on one of the robes of the guards.
Sir, hello. I
I
forgot
will ask for Valas's attention, and I'll say, sorry, oh, my voice is ridiculous.
Good dude. Sorry.
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot the crystal. We're gonna have to go back.
He kind of looks at the three of you. What were you doing there? So I want to make investigation, Mitch.
So I'm just tracking because it does give me the relative distance and direction. So having used it once when we were in the Ben Ray house and using it now as we're walking towards Sorcerer, is he in Sorcerer doing this ritual?
He's not.
Okay. So he's somewhere else
Yeah.
in the city? Cool.
Yeah. Potentially in the city doesn't necessarily mean he's even in the city. He could be anywhere. But yeah. It looks similar. There are similarities, but it's not that one. So yeah, Valas looks at you. He's like a young drow. He's actually, we'll say he's the one which flayed Orin's finger. He's the young, arrogant, very looking to win the favor of Quenleth, and he says, "What?" He hates you guys. He just looks at you. He hates you.
I forgot it. Sorry, mate. Well, I don't want you to get in her bad books. She'll be pissed off if we don't do the job properly. Who's that going to fall on? And I kind of move my finger around and I leave it on here.
You.
It's going to be a persuasion test.
Just poke his nose.
It's going to be
You.
Oh, perfect.
That's a gentleman's 18.
Yeah. He grabs you by the throat, takes you like this, and he's like, "If you're lying to me, dwarf, I will kill you."
Well, then you'll get in trouble as well, so you're fucked either way, mate. Just get fucking on with it, alright? I've had enough shit from fucking Drow. Just fucking get on with it. I know you're a fucking big man.
Cool.
I can see the size
So you start shit talking this guy. You
Over Moss's shoulder, Colonus. The dwarf speaks true.
He went from like,
he's like, "Oh no, he didn't." Sick burn. As you start shit talking this guy, he probably doesn't understand half the words that you're saying, but he knows that they're insulting.
He went
so
from, like dwarf to like like soccer hooligan. Like, what the fuck you were doing, mate?
Get the fucking thing.
So he just straight up punches you in the face, like breaking some teeth, and then he like brings your head down, like cracks you on his knee, and he does a ridiculous he jumps up and his leg reaches all the way up to the side of your head, like a ridiculously athletic Matrix thing. Completely.
As he's in the middle of the air,
And
can
just,
I try and
strikes you
tackle
back.
him?
Joe, you want to fight? You want to fight?
Yeah,
You want to go?
like a fist fight kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can
With my broken wrist.
When he's at the peak of this jump, can I attempt
Just
to
grab the
fucking
heel.
strength him and chuck him down to the floor and just say, "No! We don't have fucking time for this."
I guess if you're a dwarf, he's not jumping very high.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, he's
This really high
He's
kick.
probably just extending his leg all the way up to your chin to kick you back. You can roll me a dex saving throw to throw the leg off.
I just picture he kicks your ass, and then you just take out the healing potion, and you just stare him in the eye with your swelling, bloody face, and you just drink it, and then it just informs back, and you're like, right, let's go.
So yeah, I say on a 21, you just you manage to
Nice.
shovel the leg away.
catch the leg.
He just
Fuck you.
turns it away. But there are 100 drow around you.
Yeah,
he does not
you've suffered enough embarrassment. Just get fucking on with it.
Are there any casters around us? Or are they mostly warrior cast?
Mostly
No
warrior
priests. No priests.
Probably a priest with you. Yeah.
Red Hawk.
I mean, they are all casters in a sense. They are all magical creatures.
I've just got sick of people.
And what
telling
was your? Sorry, I forget. What was your ruling for context for the psionic stuff? Is it? Are you going to see it as a type of magic, so Arcana checks will work for psionic, or is it a totally separate weird?
Yeah,
one?
I use Arcana for it because there's no
Cool.
other option really. So yeah. Basically, you challenge Valis. You turn him away, and as you throw away the blow, Ledley's, he points to the four drow and he says, "Take that one away." And they start they kind of shove you and they're taking you off into a dark alley essentially.
To who?
And he turns.
To Moss or Neros?
Yeah, he's taking Moss off. That with four drow just.
And I
grab-
scream stop, and I use command. You have to make a 12 wisdom save.
Cool. Let's see if we can.
Thanks for the host, Mike.
Yep.
Unmade Gaming. Thank you for the host, buddy. Oh,
Thanks, dude.
All right,
Yeah,
I just
14.
yell stop, and it echoes, but no one
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah, who cares? And they drag Moss off into a dark alley. We don't see him anymore. The three of you guys, he says, "We're going back." And then
For
he
a friend? 'Cause he's
motions all these drow hand signals, and they start heading back to House Benray.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys head back to House Benray. You're let back in. You walk through. You're back in the throne room. Quenleth is there just laughing at you, Free. That's the crystal.
Right, we need that.
Yeah, Nero steps forward and he's like, "We've completed your quest," but he's smiling as he And then he like reaches out his hand.
He's
Yeah.
like trying to joke with her. We complete your quest,
Yeah.
but seriously, we need that.
Yeah, she's
But really, we need that.
seriously. And she's like, well, she looks at the crystal. I will take the dwarf and I'll give you the crystal.
What? You won't give me
The
my daughter.
fat one.
Oh.
He's mine now, and I'll give you the crystal in return.
All right.
Colonis is going to sort of step forward and again sort of stare at her with his non-eyes and say that the special eyes, just like the mass of scars.
It's my special eye.
And he's going to say, give me the crystal to carry. I will keep it safe. But I will need the fat one. I will need the fat one to protect my physical form. And I'm going to try... Yeah, we'll fucking try to command this bitch.
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea.
He's having a
So
Gandalf
she makes
moment.
intellect save 15. And it's not really to command, it's just for her to believe what I'm saying. So it's just like to force the persuasion that she believes that only I can keep it safe, but I need the dwarf to keep me safe.
Force persuade.
There's magic at work though, yeah. Let's see. It is. Let's see. Oh, +4. Cool. Let's see. So she gives it a roll. 8. Sure. She believes you.
Yeah. Take that, Will.
Yeah. First
Yeah,
bad roll.
Jerk.
So she believes that only I keep it safe, but I need the dwarf as keeping me safe, and like this party needs to protect my body. Again, I make reference to physical form versus not physical form implicitly.
Cool.
My body's
So
a temple.
probably what happens is that Relator's like, Mistress, he's using his magic upon you, and she's like, silence, Relator. He knows what he's saying. And then she like gives it to one of the Drow servants to actually hand it off to you. You will receive the dwarf back. In what state I cannot say.
Colonis will take the crystal in both hands and then turn his head to Relatar, and just sort of while not staring at Relatar, he's going to press the crystal into his chest and absorb it into his chest and take that. So I guess like his vial of Terranar will like slip into like a convenient interior pant pocket or something like that.
Nice.
But he's gonna risk taking this crystal into his body.
Oh, boy.
Hello.
Sounds like a good idea. Cool.
At the time.
It seemed like a really good idea. But... So yeah, you like suck it into your body, and you feel like
While maintaining eye contact with Relatar.
You shove it into
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
shove it into your innie. And you're like, get in there.
So,
Coolest
Relatar's
psionic
like,
ability.
"Oh."
I have no idea why this is a psionic ability, but it's sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
so you suck it in, you suck it up, suck it like a bitch, and
You take it like a bitch.
you suck it like a bitch. And you immediately feel this dark, roiling energy within you. You've made a mistake. You realize as soon as it's in your.
Start throwing up magic.
Just
Rainbows.
like
Yeah.
you've had a kebab from
So
a
yeah,
street
Little
vendor.
like demon corpses.
the little one comes out, Daddy.
Well, great.
Yeah, so actually you do start vomiting, but you start vomiting. Roll me a D100.
Fuck yeah.
You see these like bright pink, almost like Skittles. Like you just vomit them out.
He can really taste the rainbow.
Yeah, you really can.
A second time.
And you look down at these things as you're like vomiting more, and there's like 43 gold worth of arcane ingredients that you've just kind of spewed forth.
Alright, bad.
So that you can use those for like ritual spells or whatever.
I could use this throw up.
Yeah, so you can.
It's
arcane
like a
ingredients.
dog. He starts licking them back up.
Colin starts like putting shit in his pockets. Like, what? You guys don't use your vomit.
What is wrong with you? So yeah, you.
Neros like starts spitting into his hand.
Just rubbing it on. Just rubbing it into like your quiver, and you're like, this isn't doing anything.
So yeah, you're violently sick, projectile vomit, and you realize this thing is like somewhere with inside you. You realize that getting it out could very well take your life.
That's cool.
Hello.
No biggie.
You guys don't know, but like I've got a lost daughter, and I'm doing this for her. So
What?
Oh my god!
So perfect. So
You're one of us!
high fives all around, girlfriend.
We're all terrible fathers!
Oh my god. So yeah, I stuck it in, and Relator starts kind of studying some of this magical stuff, and he's like, "This is fascinating, Mistress. I must have him back." And she's like, "Afterwards, Relator, we'll see."
imagine the weird shit I can do with the knives when he can take them in his body.
Yes.
No time for me to torture you. Where to go? Where to go?
Relatar, he faints.
Oh boy. So hot. And Valas is like, "Mistress, let me take them back." And she nods and kind of, you guys are
My
sent
feet
away.
are getting sore. Can we please just walk there for once without having to turn around? It just takes twice as long for us stubby legs to walk there and back and there and back.
She says, "I don't want to see you back here again."
I don't either. I don't want to see your face again. Let's go.
Okay. You just haven't seemed to have got the message that you cannot shit talk this lady.
She said the same thing to me.
And then she,
I don't want
and
to see
then
your face.
better
I
than
agree.
you.
everyone is like, like, how dare you say that? Everyone in the room's like, oh my, and they're like
He
angry.
doesn't quite get what he said.
What?
So angry at you.
What's Drow for shots? Shots.
Oh no, he didn't.
It's actually sign language because it's dress sign language. Just the hand pistols in the air.
I mean, Neros, you would know, like you speak like this to her, like you die pretty much in a horrible way. You either look her in the eye, and you could be like tortured and killed. It's a dangerous life.
I just shrug it off because I
Colonis-
really just want to get out of there. I'm
Yeah,
like,
Colonis is
I
gonna,
don't want to
like,
see your
smell
face
the-
either. So
Colonis will smell the raised tension in the rooms and the sort of like
Like a
intensity
dog.
of it, and he'll put a hand on Orin's shoulder, and then look back to Quenleth and sort of like remind her of what she's just like accepted, which is I need all of these to protect me.
Valas is like moves like to grab Orin, and she nods and says, "He'll be alive." And Valas just like grabs you, and there's a bunch of Drow, and they take you down into Relator's chamber.
perfect.
And they put you on a rack. They're going to force you down onto all these racks.
Sweet rack.
Sweet rack, bro. And you guys are still up in here, and Valas kind of starts leading you guys off to Sorcerer. Quenleth says, "They'll catch up with you." And Orin, you're down on this rack. You actually see in the corner there is Davra. She's similarly on one of these racks, but she's kind of like in and out of consciousness. And as you place them on these racks, Relator is kind of standing above you, and he lays out this rack of like knives. It's a sweet rack as well. And this machine above you. They kind of just take off your armor. They strip down rip your shirt down, so it's kind of exposed flesh, and they just start going to work on you essentially. We won't go into the details of exactly how brutal and bloody it is because it is disgusting. But suffice it to say. Probably about an hour later, Orin returns. Can you roll me a Constitution saving for Orin?
Right. Sure. Looks good. 24.
Yeah, that's 20.
Nat 20.
Hard as fuck.
Yeah,
So-
I just stared at him the whole time, and I'm like, all right, moving on. Ow. Okay, come on.
Right,
I need
it's-
that. Those nipples don't serve no purpose, so it's fine. You could take them.
So essentially, you are reduced to a screaming child, babbling madness for the better part of an hour. The most excruciating, painful experience that you've ever experienced.
But then I'm fine, right?
But then, but after that, you feel great. You just needed some air. Nah, you.
It's like a really good massage.
Yeah. So he actually starts after his work is done. He pours over one of these potions over your skin, which begins to heal back, but it doesn't heal properly.
Yeah.
made it heal in like this horrible scar tissue all over your body.
Yeah, the nipples are gone. Yeah.
The nipples are no longer there. So basically, you kind of look down at your chest, and it's like this purple, horrible mess of flesh.
Yeah.
You almost look like a mutant, essentially. Like the skin looks kind of mutated and warped. It's like hasn't knitted itself back together properly.
Yeah, it's like
Colonus's eyes.
like a fresh. Yeah, it's like a fresh healed scar, like big scar. So there's still like hints of like that purple raw tissue underneath the scar tissue. Yeah, so that's probably what.
Is his thug life tattoo gone?
Fred, so
No, it's now there. Yeah,
it's now there.
straight out of Gonthogor.
hell.
Is actually what it says
Live
on
to
the
die.
yeah,
Straight out.
Carpe diem, bitches. So yeah, Relator kind of like he throws you out back, and they kind of throw your possessions back in. You and yourself, like mentally, are fine. Your body has been broken, and it's now back. And a couple of Drow, a whole platoon of Drow, lead you back into the main force, where Colonus and Neros are waiting. And they actually bring Moss back. Moss, why don't you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
No problem. What's a 22?
So yeah, they've led you off into a dark alley, and they haven't essentially flayed too much of you. They've just beaten you to all hell. So you've got broken teeth, broken eyes, broken ribs, probably some internal bleeding going on. Yeah, maybe the occasional broken foot here and there. A lot of the bones in your body are broken. When Drow torture is not so like brutal, it's not like thugs like beating you up. Essentially, it's very precise. It's like they kind of go into Sherlock mode. Where it's like puncture the right, the second rib. Break the shin.
They've got
yeah,
pointy
it's-
little shoes that hit where they mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have spikes in their shoes. Ha! Let me show you. They got them from the same tailor.
He's got a lot of clients.
It's a busy guy up in the Donegal. So yeah, you come back on half health essentially,
Wonderful.
but not dead. And they kind of just throw you back into the lot. And Valas turns to all of you and says, "I hope you've learned your lesson. Now," and he just points towards Sorcerer. "We have brought you to your destination. Leave."
I give him a
Colonus is
toothless
gonna-
smile.
Yeah, Colonus will turn and just stare at them uncomfortably for a couple seconds, and then
What is that thing?
and I'm sure like my chest is probably like glowing or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a glowing heart coming from within you, like, whoa, whoa. And they basically just like throw you out in front of this huge tower with like the academy on the side. Because Neros, and thanks more for the host. How's it going, dude? Neros and Colonus, you'd probably know that Sorcerer is the academy for Drow sorcerers. This is where they go to learn. It's where all the experiments are made, essentially. And Grumph, being an important member of this cast, he has his own tower, essentially, his own sanctum. And Visceran has told you that whilst he has a normal sanctum, apparently he has a secret one as well, which he conducts all of his experiments in. Which
It's secret experiments.
secret experiments. He's just gay and he's just not out yet. It's a Drow.
He's Scar from The Lion King.
So homophobic. Yeah, you just can't go out. Yeah. It's my secret closet. I'm not out of it.
Never go in there.
Secret.
Yes. So they push you out onto the steps leading up to the tower. What do you guys do?
I wait for them to leave. I just stare at them.
Oh, they
I
don't.
wait.
They wait outside. They're not just like, "Have fun, kids," and then going off to
Alright.
play with.
I just I started just walking. I've been in like tunnel vision this whole time, and he's walking because he's got something to do. So he just starts heading up the steps.
Nice.
Do you know how to fight a demon?
And I talk to the Drow.
Have you ever fought a demon before?
To me.
To the Drow, not you, Drow, the other Drow, the Drow that are
Oh,
still
sorry.
there. Yeah.
You said like
Oh,
that,
right.
someone.
Yep.
He takes a moment to like translate, and then he nods.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
I hope you're good at it. And I turn and walk away. And I just
Cool.
head up the path.
Doesn't give a shit.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys head off to enter the tower. There's a big arcane.
Cologne hasn't moved yet. He hasn't realized
Nice, we got
started walking.
Nice.
Are we going
Staring
yet,
at
guys?
Oh, hey, Colonus. That face. Oh, it's so good.
Hey,
I'm trying to think what animal it looks like. It's like a haughty giraffe or something.
Yeah.
With no eyes.
Otherwise, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
How's it going, Elliot? Yes, we are. This is the Mystic class from Unearthed Arcana. If you guys are new here, feel free to ask any questions you have in chat, and do hit that follow button as well. Join us. We're here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Some Fridays, playing D&D every single night at 4 p.m. EST. So if you want consistent D&D and RPGs, then hit that follow button.
Yep, do it.
So.
And we're coming up on
yeah.
season 2, so
We are,
for those guys who are like, I don't know what's happening, just next week is our last week of this season, and then we're
I love the
starting a
place
whole
we
new-
keep-
me,
Skip to our
like me
followers.
before we started the Twitch. That's how I signed in because I missed last episode.
Yep, all the followers are like, yeah, well. But yeah, if you don't know what's happening, don't
Yeah,
worry,
like
because
this.
in 2 weeks we're gonna start a new season with a whole new campaign. So don't you guys worry.
Okay, so
Oh, thanks,
Elliot is following, but like
707.
very slowly.
hey.
Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome and enjoy your stay here. You are a gentleman and a scholar. You get 50 free gold in chat. Enjoy that. Spend it wisely. I suggest a donger check. Those are always the best way to spend it.
Yep. So
That shit costs money.
I don't know.
yes, grab a seat at our tavern, Elliot, and enjoy. So
And check your pants.
and check your pants. So yeah, there's a big magical gate leading up, door in fact, made of this dark sheeny metal, and it's not open. There appears to be a complicated set of locks, and there's clearly some kind of magical barrier. You guys can all sense that there's this kind of source emanating from within. There also is a doorbell, by which
Nice.
is actually an actual bell hanging there, which you can ring.
Neros just rings the bell like 3 times.
Yeah. Wait, 3 times? That means that we have to kill you!
Yeah, that's why we're
Walkers!
Hold on. There's a secret ring here. Single ring.
Which is very nice, because usually the Drow are very silent about everything they
No,
do. So no one's
sorry.
ever
I'm
used that bell.
I do not have a secret bell.
But it may...
Do we have a fucking bell?
What the fuck is that? Never heard that
Classy.
thing used.
So, yeah, basically, a shutter opens, and you see a yellow eye going out.
Nobody can see the wizard.
What do you want?
Colonus is going to step forward with his chest sort of glowing, and he's just going to say, actually, can I rock a history check to see if I know the name of anybody who
Sure.
is from... Oh, no, I don't even need to. Fuck. Telepathic
From
speak.
Fenrir.
Neros, who's in charge of the Sorcerer?
Well, it's Grump's tower.
Yeah, this tower is
Isn't it?
Grump's, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would ask to speak directly to his consort.
So we'll do that little back and forth, sort of no sign on my face that I'm communicating like that, so I'll just stare awkwardly
I'll
with
give this name
this
to you,
guy at the
actually.
gate.
I'll give a name to you. Neros, you know that his, like, female attendant is called
Right.
Ilara.
Okay.
No, wait, let me check. That is Ilara? No, Yilara, in fact.
Okay.
Ilara. It's with a Y. I mean, depends which part of the Drow continent you're in.
So
Yeah, Colonus will have this like back and forth, like telepathically.
I feel like there's Drow language on the doors and stuff like that, and it's like a tradition for if there's a male in charge of like a tower, there has to be like well exactly he's in charge of it because it's his study, but there has to be like a female attendant watching over
Watching him.
it. So like
Yeah.
it's her sign, and he just kind of reads out like Yalara. Yeah.
It's my supervisor. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so yeah, I guess.
it's
Days without an accident. 1, not 0.
So Colonus will have this like back and forth in his mind, and like deliberately take time to do that while staring at whatever Drow answered the door. So he'll just be like having a conversation with someone else while he's staring there, and then he'll say to this Drow, "We are here to see Yilara."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. He says, yes, we were told of your coming by House Benray. And like shutter goes down and then big series of clunk 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 clunks go down. Door opens like a modern shrimp door. It fits nicely into place. The shrimp doors, yeah, that's what they're called. And inside there's basically a big library. All these Drow around, like the nerds.
Colonus
Drow.
starts weeping.
The nerdy Drow. Somewhere in the corner with like they've got like this cardboard set around them, and they're rolling some sort of weird dice. Yeah, like these carved bones. And it's like, well, you play in this world. It's in the year 2016.
It's the year 2016.
And I think the moment we get in,
forward.
I can tell you the exact time and date probably, because remember, the surge got me. I could tell the time and date anytime I wanted.
You can. Yeah,
Playing
well,
a troll politician who is running for president.
They've invented something called the Facebook.
Ooh, roll for charisma.
It controls the known universe.
So yeah, you Labyrinths and Lanius.
I see I go to my second monitor. It's actually Facebook is open. Let's close that.
So yeah, big kind of library inside of the Drow, kind of studying. This one Drow here, he says, "Follow me." He's got his cowl up because he's moody and a librarian.
Edgy.
And if you guys like speaking, he's like, "Shush."
Which would be even more quiet. Like, Drow have to be even more quiet when they're
Yeah,
in the
because they
library.
have such good hearing.
Yeah.
No hand signals. Stop that. Shh. Like, people are like just doing hand signals. Hey, shut up.
Yeah, the hand signals make noise. Yeah,
Weird, yeah. Yeah.
Heard
So
that.
yeah, don't think I didn't. So he leads you up a set of stairs, up to a higher chamber where there's actually a door. He fits a key inside, opens it, and says, "Go inside."
I guess before we step inside, can I just roll an Arcana to get a barometer on what this thing in my chest is doing to me, or potentially if there's any way that it can I can channel it or use it or whatever the fuck it even is. So this is I would have been trying to do this sort of barometer assessment the whole time we were walking from House Benray.
Well, the next time you take a shit, we have to roll on the D20, the D10,000. Wild magic search.
What did I steal this time? I'm blind. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Edgelord librarian. Lordly Edge. I like to edge. So on a 21, this thing within you is slowly breaking down pretty much everything magical within you, which is most things, I guess. So it started to eat all of the things which you have inserted into your body before. So
what's in there?
So anything.
There's a gerbil in there.
What's that doing in there?
How did that get in there, Colonus?
Wasn't that magic?
I sat on it once on accident.
Yeah.
So
That's why he's doing that face.
It's starting to break down all the magic within your body, essentially. So it's starting to eat all of those items which you put inside you, and then it's going to start moving on to eating what's left of you, essentially. It's hungry, whatever this thing is.
I guess I'd be trying to sort of, given that I know that it's some kind of demon stone,
Trying to shuffle it
associated
around.
with the abyss. Just really fucking constipated, yeah. We'll tweet some
Out
of
of the
don't
abyss.
worry. The abyss of an old man's colon, yeah.
It's trying to get the dark crystal out of your abyss. That's what this whole story is. This is printed by Wizards of the Coast. Chapter 17, Colonus's colon.
His old man medication just constipates.
Oh my god.
No, he's basically going to try and see if he can commune, because again, he's all on the sort of mental communication.
The gerbil.
Sort of commune with any of the demons, any sentience that he can potentially
Sure,
contact?
you can't get in touch with anything within the crystal. You think whatever it is probably meant to call the attention of demons, and then they're probably trying to get out. So,
Sure, that's all.
Moldark isn't there, unfortunately. So yeah, you guys, the door is open for you. Greetings, mortal. A worthy gift. So no, he opens the door. He says, "Greetings, Outlander." Lets you in. Make it quick, Outlander.
Speak quickly, make it quick.
Speak quickly and make it quick. That's the best combination. So he opens the door, and then do you guys enter?
Oh yeah.
Clonus will walk right past him.
He waves to the other side where he's speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Neros
tips
walks
his
right in
fedora.
first.
Cool. So you enter this room. It looks like some kind of sanctum. It's like it's got half of it is a library essentially. Half has got like a big shelf of bookcases. And he's got a desk upon which there are lots of big books. And there's kind of a summoning circle used for the usual rituals, summoning demons, that sort of thing, torturing slaves, just the usual, kind of Saturday night stuff. And
Drow apparel.
yeah,
So it's a teenage Drow's room.
pretty much.
Got it.
He's got like posters of like Lolf up on the up on the side. Like,
Really like sexy pinups as well.
Drowsy Drowsborn.
Drowsy Drowsy. He's
Yeah.
eating a spider.
like join the cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a sexy spider, like.
And a lava lamp. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
He's got like an electric guitar on the side. He can't play. No one else is in the room, and Grumph isn't there either. And the door closes behind you.
Good.
Did the guy who opened the door stay in the room with us? Or...
Nope, he closed it on you.
Colonus is going to turn to Moss, I guess, because Moss was the one who did a lot of explaining, at least to Quinleth, and Colonus will look to Moss and just ask out loud, not through the sonic speak. And what are we to do with the stone when we are arrived?
We need to find Grumph. I don't believe this is the sanctum we are after. And I'll start to scan the room. I look for any particular places there could be another doorway or an entrance to somewhere else.
Sure, investigation. So yeah, you guys remember that you're actually also looking for Grumph's grimoire as well. You're looking for his book because
Check behind the
Vizran
electric base.
yeah, Vizran can use his notes to on a 7.
That's 7.
Natural 7. Yeah, you have a look at some of these books. They're all in arcane languages you don't understand.
A grimoire's a book, in it. How come it's not one of these?
Hearing
Neros,
the word grimoire, Colonus will investigate as well.
Sure. It's pretty grimoire.
System of a Drow is very strong.
Oh yeah, on a nat 1.
I'll rock a second luck point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've got lucks and stuff.
Does that reroll? Yeah, cool. So yeah, on a 15, you start to feel something like going on in your body, and you're like, nope, shut it down.
Oh.
And on the 15, you have a look on his desk. None of these are like beginners, like, well, not necessarily beginners, but a lot of these are kind of like advanced Drow magic, advanced torture magic. Yeah,
Magic
starter deck.
for idiots, yeah.
Right. None of these are like his personal grimoire, which he'd have written his own spells in and his own like editions. It's like his Half-Blood Prince book, essentially, is what you're looking for. And none of them, seemingly on his desk, are his, and seemingly he wouldn't keep it on a bookshelf. So it's possible he'd actually keep it on his person or just in his inner sanctum.
Out of my own curiosity, do
Yeah.
I find anything on a 15 particularly relating to how Drow identify or resist or interact with psionic magic? So like the beginner's guide to psionics for Drow kind of thing, or just something, anything that references how it is that they understand psionic.
It's called the Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah, you've only got with on after. Huh. Sure,
It's on a
you find
USB.
you don't find like the book on it, but there are. If you take the time to, if you're going to take the time to like read through it, you'd find there are certainly passages on like their mental defenses against it and how they put up barriers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, unless anyone else in the party would interrupt him, Colonus would start reading as many of these passages as he can, sort of preserve them to memory. He runs his fingers over books as if he's reading them with Braille, even though he has blind sight. But he does it anyway, force of habit.
Cool. What are the rest of you guys doing? You can't find a grimoire.
Can I roll a perception check to figure out why we've been locked in?
I've got my shield and sword out. I feel like this is going to be an ambush.
Okay. Sure, you roll a perception check. Yeah. It might be more of an insight check just to get the. I'll give it to 120 because you're probably rolling me. So yeah, looking like I guess you're checking for traps and stuff like we've been locked in here in case we're going to be murdered in here. So no traps of like poison darts or anything. You check outside the door. There's you look through the slat in the door. There's no one waiting to jump in and kill you or anything.
No.
It's probably more custom. Like Grumpf doesn't. Like when he has visitors, you kind of.
I was gonna say, I think we're just in a waiting room.
Yeah, pretty much.
like a really. Now we have to read magazines until the doctor calls us.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The highlights. Highlights. Child.
Read the same Sports Illustrated article.
From 2 years ago.
So yeah,
Anyway, the Encounter Roleplay newsletter, which you can find on Patreon if you guys pledge. We have 2 more until we do a viewer decision, so you guys can get that newsletter this month. So hey,
Drow
but,
waiting music. It's just sexy jazz.
spiky jazz.
So yeah, no sign of a grimoire. You can't tell any immediate signs of you about to be murdered.
There is one Drow in here, though, isn't there?
Nope, the Drow, he was there. He went outside.
He locked us.
He locked you in.
I'm literally still picturing it as a teenage Drow's room, so it's hard for me to actually figure out. But whatever.
I'm now picturing a doctor's office.
Yeah, you're basically in the
With, like,
Chamber of
I'm in the
Secrets.
library, and I'm the one who's fucking blind. Yeah.
You're basically got a
Yeah,
Chamber of
he
Secrets
knows.
style place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nothing appears to happen. No one's knocking on the door or anything. Colonus sits down to read. Take a short rest if you want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would love to be able to like heal my broken wrist somehow to like rest.
Sure. Do you guys want to take a short rest? And you can.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'd let you roll another medicine check to heal your hand there.
Oh, good. Same
Cradle of.
Do you still have that?
Same. Roll.
Do you still have that healing potion?
Oh yeah, I didn't use that.
Yeah, just use that.
I think he after he sleeps, he's like trying all these like things to do, and then he's
No.
Pop a little on. Sleep on.
yeah. So he's been carefully kind of like rubbing it into his wrist and seeing if he can get movement back, and like pulling his bow and seeing if it hurts and stuff.
Cool.
That's the wrist that matters, really.
Will, I
I'll
guess
do a
this
second
What
one.
was that?
Colonus is not going to rest, like he hasn't lost HP and stuff, so he's
Yeah.
good not to rest. But I also forgot, like, because I have Acolyte as my background, I have the researcher background feature. So I'd potentially just have, like, be better at finding particular things I'm looking for when in a library or, like, in a resource room kind of thing. So,
Sweet.
so I'm reading books.
So you're reading books. What do you guys do after you take a short rest? No one appears to be coming.
And we're
I
locked
start
in?
to.
Supposedly there's an inner sanctum somewhere in here. But there's no obvious sign.
I'm going to start banging the hilt of my sword against the walls, looking for something hollow. Or
Investigation check.
Can I get my bonus to knowledge of stone to help me with this?
Sure, yeah.
So advantage.
Stone knowledge.
So investigation again.
Yep.
With advantage.
Oh, that's a 6.
You had a
That's-
-1, so that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
He knocked on a bookshelf and a book fell on his face.
Yep.
And it says secret sanctums on it. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh,
See it? No, it's
you just
not.
throw it away.
Fuck that.
Nothing hollow sounding.
Boy.
I'm just gonna go and have a look at his stuff and be nosy while we're waiting.
What about
Just like trash the place.
does the crystal look like it's like in the belly? It doesn't look like it's like glowing or anything. Do anything weird or
Oh,
just
it's glowing. It's glowing in there.
has it been glowing the same or is it
It's in the
more-
chest. No, you can't notice a noticeable difference from where
Okay.
Colonus is sitting at the moment.
Right. Yeah.
Still reading.
Reading like a pianist.
I'll lean over his shoulder and read over his shoulder, but speaking out loud quietly just to really annoy him.
So, is there
Right in
any
here.
other exit to this room? Can I do like a spot check or a?
Sure, perception check.
Yeah.
Have a good night, Lee. See you later.
No.
Oh man, these rolls.
No,
Awful.
no other
dude.
exit.
Awful.
The only
We're gonna-
the only entrance and exit from here
It's
is
okay,
the door.
guys, because I just rolled a 16.
Nice.
Cool. So Oren goes. How do you go looking around?
He's probably going to. So, explain to me what we actually are in, because I've got like 3 different images that I'm trying to figure out. So
The
you said it's
abyss.
like the chamber.
Duh.
Ugh. So we're trying to.
So yeah, you're in a circular room. There's a desk there. There's a row of bookcases on the far end wall. Dark stone. There's a door off to your right.
And the door
Papers
behind
on the
us is closed.
Yeah, the door behind you is closed and
I
locked.
jiggle the door on the right.
No, there is only one door. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm probably going through like the back of the bookshelf, and like taking some books out, and not really caring about the books, but more about like the back and like trying to see if there's any sort of like hidden passage.
Sure.
Maybe
So
even
like
some
what
of
you
the
probably do
tiles
is
as
probably
well.
just rifling through these books, and like you like bring a book down, which isn't actually a book, and like clunks.
Yeah, classic.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean they are Drow.
I
after all.
knew it.
They do go for the classics. Yeah, you pull it down. You pull it down. It's like it's one of the Bronte sisters' books. It's like a classic.
Yeah.
And you see like the bookcase like draw back. They kind of rotate round, so they're not on the back end wall. They're on like the other side of the wall, so they're like
Yeah.
behind. It's like all like swivel around in a super cool way.
Like number wang.
Like a number wang.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
there's a very nice looking hewn out tunnel leading downwards, probably big enough for just one of you abreast.
Right. I think it's this way. Somebody tell him.
And I point to. Yeah.
Hey,
This was
just
like,
grab him.
reading.
Read my
Yeah.
book. It was just getting good.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
grab
and
This
I
will be
just-
whisked along that.
Yeah, and I take the shield and I hold that in front with blade at the ready. And I
Nice.
just kind of
Yeah,
press forward like a defender in Warcraft 3.
I think it'd be like 50 Shades of Ashen rather than 50 Shades of Grey. So yeah, you guys head down into the sanctum of Grumph Benray. So I imagine kind of swords are drawn. You guys are alert, and it was like, fucking cool, walking down here.
Sweet.
Oh, cool, guys. You head down. It's a very small room as you come in here, but it is filled with magical curios. So the first thing which probably draws the attention of Colonus is that all the magical things in here, there's like items up the wazoo. They're probably
Yeah, we
worth
know they're
like,
all in
just
Colonus.
Yeah, right. They're all like magical ingredients and stuff like you'd use for your spells. There's more value here than you've probably ever seen.
Because I've never seen any value.
Oh, so sad.
Dick.
So yeah, you there's probably something of the value of 20 to 30,000 gold worth of just magical ingredients here if you could find a seller. So there's clearly so much magic which could potentially be done down here. You guys probably the first thing you notice other than all this vials and potions and stuff like that is there's a circle in the center, one of these kind of ritual circles that you're familiar with now that you've hung around Vizeran for a while. And there is a naked drow girl standing in the middle. And her long hair is covering her modesty, conveniently. And she's just kind of standing there, looks surprised to see you. There's also a desk upon which lies a very big black book.
Do I recognize this girl?
I mean, she's a drow, so you could have seen her before. Why don't you roll me like a history check just to see if you...
but is it... What's her face?
It's not Mr. Silvara.
Oh, okay. So that's all. All right.
Cool.
Would I recognize her?
Why don't you roll me a history check?
Maybe I would.
Maybe I will.
Or a charisma check. Maybe you've rolled around with this particular. You recognize a birthmark.
Charisma check, yeah.
Charisma.
Yeah, no idea.
Okay.
All right.
One of your many encounters with many conquests.
I kind of
Well,
like...
as actually in this society, she would be your conquest. You would be her conquest rather than the other way.
Oh, yeah.
I
So
tapped
she
the side of
stands
my-
there pretty
God, there she is.
openly. She's not like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Just standing there looking at you guys.
I'm kind
You
of
never
awkward.
called!
Yeah. I like hold my shield like over my face. I don't want to like look, but I tap the side of my blade over towards like Neros, and I kind of like gesture like you go talk to her. You.
I don't want to say anything.
While those two are, while you two are like awkwardly like, you can talk first. Colonus is just gonna like take one step forward, staring at this. It's gonna like untie like the strings, sort of tying his shirts together, sort of like opening up his shirt basically, just like down to like his belly button.
I say.
He's got like old boobs. It's just like this old wrinkly man. But you can see like now exposed that like he's got this glowing something in his chest. He's gonna step forward and just ask for. Fuck, what was the guy's name? Started with a G. Who we're here for?
Rump.
Grumph.
He'll just step forward and just say, "Grumph."
God bless you.
She says, what about him?
He'll just say it again. He'll just say, "Grumph."
Yes. He's not here. He's gone. And he's left me trapped in here.
Colonus is going to turn to Neros as if Neros hadn't obviously just heard what she said and say, "Grumph is gone. He's left her here. She's trapped here."
He goes, thank you, Legolas. No. So he, so Neros kind of approaches her modestly and is not looking directly at her because it's improper for a drow man to ever even see a drow woman naked.
Yeah.
He's like looking away from her and he says, "Where has he gone? How can we help you?"
She says, well, after I was supervising his experiments for a time, he ended up casting the ritual to summon the demon lords here, which, if you can look out, if I could see outside, I imagine there's rather a lot of damage done by them. I heard the fight. Well, as he left, he trapped me here, and Mistress Ilvara with some child. They went off, seemingly to Lolf's web,
Tell me
to
about the
perfect whatever ritual had gone on. She doesn't listen to you. So whatever ritual had gone on, and something about binding them all here, so it's rather worrying. But I'm trapped here for presumably all eternity, unless you want to let me out of here.
Nope, tell me about the girl. This
How about you
child.
let me out of here, and then I'll tell you about the girl.
I'll find out by myself. Thank you.
Did I miss her name?
You haven't heard it yet.
What is your name?
My name is Yalara. Yalara Benray. I'm worth a lot of money to you if you bring me
and
back to
Grumph.
Quenleth.
And Grumph is your brother.
She like smiles, like pointy fingers. Consort.
Hashtag
Is
Norfolk.
she
Right?
is she visibly like trapped? Like she doesn't have like shackles or anything on her?
No shackles.
Just
She's
that?
trapped in like a magical circle, essentially.
Clonus is just going to start like
so
walking
Neros-
around
Neros,
her and just
um,
like investigating the magic circle.
Sure. Go ahead, Norris.
Neros kind of just steps in and he says, "Dwarves, this woman owns this building, and she's been taken for a fool and a prisoner. We should let her out so she can help us."
We
And
already
he-
have way too many drow helping us.
She says, if you take me back to Quinlef, she would be very, very happy with you. I'm worth a lot to her. That's why I'm in charge of this tower.
Where are the children?
The slave pens, I assume. That's where they keep a lot of children. Oh, you mean this child before? I imagine with Ilvara and Grumpf in Lolth's web.
What
Right.
kind of child is it?
It wasn't drow. It was human, maybe. It's kind of hairy. Had a beard. No.
Alright. Well, where's the web?
She says, oh, that's above. Yeah, that's where Lolth is. Apparently.
So where
You
how
believe
do we
it.
get there?
Climb a web, I suppose. I could help you.
How would you help me?
She says, well, firstly, the House of Benray would be indebted to you, so they could provide a lot of assistance, and secondly, I know some ways up there which would avoid many of the giant spiders you'd encounter. And when I say giants, they are, some of them, as you get closer to Lolth's Web, or so the rumours go, the size of houses, towers, and of course the Driders will be there as well.
And
you
suddenly
wish to-
pineapple. Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome.
Hey!
Welcome, my friend. You are a gentleman
What a name.
and a scholar. And suddenly pineapple.
Uh,
Thank you, my
Gwen,
friend.
it's a point that Grumpf is actually her consort. Because we're in a matriarchy, he is less powerful than Yalara in theory, so
Yeah.
she's not a consort. She's in charge around here. She just bangs them occasionally because that's what she likes to do.
I would kind of smile a toothless grin at her and
She's a
said,
matron who'll need no man.
It's not a matron, it's a mistress.
Ah, excuse me.
"You've already had a fair amount of help from the Ben Rays." And then I'm going to attempt to do an insight check and see if I think she's telling the truth.
You
Sure.
expect for me to bend Ray over backwards for a drive? Got nothing coming.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, she's telling the truth.
Neros, again, without looking at her, just modestly asks, "Where are your clothes?"
Seriously.
She says it wasn't enough for him just to trap me here. He had to embarrass me.
So he says,
You look
Where
great.
can
You have
I-
nothing to be embarrassed about.
no, seriously. So he, Neros starts to like take his clothes off and like offers them to her to wear.
Cool. You like try and like break through like to hand it to you, but like there's like a and like blocking you from going there.
Okay.
Yeah, so Colonus has been doing a circle and like tapping with his walking stick like at the ground where this magical circle is, trying to see what the fuck's going on with this.
Sure. So let's give that a roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you get a roll, let's give a quick update for those who are new, who are watching, and for Charger who says, give me a quick synopsis. So, very quick synopsis. These guys are trying to stop the demon lords, like Demogorgon, Orcus, them kind of blokes, from blowing up the
All
world,
them blokes.
essentially. So what they're doing, they've broken into Menzoberranzan. They have a dark crystal, which is actually currently inside Colonus, because he's a mystic. And what they're trying to do is they're also trying to rescue Oren's Ladorf, his daughter, whilst at the same time planting this crystal down here in this chamber, bringing all of the demon lords of the Underdark together, where in theory they will fight one another and kill each other. And now it looks like the plan is, whilst that's going on, they're going to go up to Lolth's web, where Lolth is, to stop this ritual which Grumf Benray, Mistress Ilvara, and Lolth himself are performing, which probably involves sacrificing the child. That's a quick synopsis for you. Hope that helps. If you're new, do hit that follow button. Join us in our adventures. We're here Sunday through Thursday every single night playing. So you can always ask for updates and synopses like that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Cool. So Colonus investigating the magic barrier trapping Ilvara. 19. What can I know about this barrier?
Yeah, on a 19, you know, it's a barrier for not only holding humans and mortals within, it would also stop demons as well.
And any sense of how one would dismantle it by using any of the accoutrements around this place, given the vast stores of...
It's actually super simple. It doesn't require any magic whatsoever. It actually requires you to basically smudge one of the lines.
Yeah,
you need to,
the
like,
line.
break the lines.
She
they're
can't.
kind
That
of,
sucks.
yeah, she can't, so she's, like, blocked from doing it for the magic. But from outside, you can just kind of rub it away.
If anyone attempts it, I'll put my hand in front of them to start with. We have tasks to do here first. Can anyone see a book?
She points to the big black book. Please, by all means, do whatever you need to do out of it.
I go over to it and see that it's in like Drow tongue,
Yeah.
or language.
It's made of
rather.
Drow tongues.
Not spoken. Yeah, it's just really good binding. It just says, like in the Drow language, it just says inner thoughts, like
Minecraft.
scribbled on the inside. Yeah, on the inside page of the. It's just a regular black leather book, but I looked and it just says like my thoughts scribbled in Drow.
Cool.
And starts to flip the pages.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is a grimoire of all of Grumf Benray's spells that he's ever thought of, that he's ever performed, ways that they are enhanced, things which do work, things which don't work. You flip to like the page which is like the most creased, which has got like little, it's got a little binder in it. He's like a little note which he flips to. Sticky note.
Pizza grease.
Yeah, pizza smudged.
Stuff all
Tear.
night. Yeah.
The tear has been rubbed away.
Yeah.
Little doodles of swords. And...
It's a baby voice.
Him holding hands with Ylvara. It's like the heart.
Y
yeah,
and G in a
and
heart.
on this page, it's
Insomniac
definitely-
Inc. donated £5. This NPC appears and breaks the line by accident, and he sent a link in chat or in the dashboard here. Hold on. Where?
Drow don't know about my Putin pot.
Is that what it is?
It's definitely poop pot. It's 100% poop pot. Let's put a link in chat for guys. Thanks so much, Rem. Very generous of you, my friend. So if you guys don't know what happened, you guys can influence and change our game via the donation system down below. So check that out if you haven't already. You can add NPCs in, you can throw wild magic surges at us, all sorts of crazy nonsense. So
Rem threw poot pot at us before, where it was a three-saddled purple worm, and he just drew up a picture of him. That's a good poot pot.
So there's a good poop pot. So you you guys notice as you're like flipping through this Neros, you see that this particular page is actually focused on summoning demon lords. It is clearly the ritual. It's got notes on notes on notes, pages on pages on each of the different demon lords and how he's going to summon them here. And there's the classic, like, he was writing just as he was about to do it. It's like, and so I go to perform the task. And then, like, he's taking notes as it's happening, and then the notes, like, trail off, like, wait, no, ... That sort of,
you cannot get out.
Yeah. And as you turn, he's like, guys, there's a grimoire. And this is clearly the grimoire to Colonus, like, magic coming off out the wazoo.
It's poot pot. So good.
You, as, like, Neros, like, picks this up and, like, shows it to you guys. Something within your, like, dark crystal go boom, and your old friend Poot Pot appears. He actually comes bounding down the stairs.
Hey, everybody.
Hey guys. And as he kind of barrels into the room, so happy to see you, he's kind of licking you guys with his big kind of purple worm spits. He is, of course, a giant purple worm, for those of you guys who don't know. Poopot is a free-saddled giant purple worm. He bowls in, and as he does so, he kind of like knocks over a bunch of the stuff in the room, like probably worth thousands of pounds of gold, and he also breaks,
of gold.
smudges the lines in the ritual circle. So as this happens, and thank you so much, Ladru Swords, for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Grab a seat at the tavern and enjoy this rather ridiculous adventure. How's it going, mate? If you guys haven't yet followed, hit that follow button, join Ladru Swords, and join us, and have a good time. So,
Join the newest victim for.
yes. So yeah, as this happens, you look at Yalara, and Colonus, you suddenly realise that there's probably a reason why this ritual was binding for not just humans, but for demons as well. As you see her begin to transform, she kind of like, her skin like melts away, and she grows bigger, and like into this green kind of mess. And if you guys have ever seen a Yochlol, and I know Mitch, it's on Sunday, we're talking all about those on a Sunday night Dungeon Masters workshop, which
You
you
can
can
look
catch
it up. I think it's like YOUCHLOL.
And even their like nominal gestural CR is way the fuck out of our league.
Right.
That's all right. We took on a level 12 beholder, so I think we got this. We got Neros on our team today.
We ran from it. At least we've got an escape.
Yeah, that's
route.
right. We still survived, and that counts as one to me.
So yeah, you see this.
We beat that encounter. We didn't defeat him.
Yeah, the purpose of that encounter was to survive, essentially, and that was a success in my book. So yeah, you see this Yochlol creature, which is a giant kind of gross, shambling mess, and it's got one big eye, and the kind of
It's like
tentacle
a-
things out of it.
It's like a demonic. It's like a demonic version of Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast.
Right, yeah.
That's what it is.
And anyone who wants to could probably roll me an Arcana to see if I know anything about Yochlols.
Okay. Probably the Mystic, but I'll do it. Actually, I probably know some because,
Yeah, you might do.
I'm from Gauntlegrim. It's probably children's tale. Arcana. -1, so show me a 4.
Yep, that's a 4. That's a 11 from Colonus.
Yep, that is slime.
Yeah, Poopbot is here though, don't worry. Moss, you heard a few things
I'm a savant.
about this.
No.
So they often take the form of a Drow female in stories. They take the form and then they kind of transform into this gibbering monster of doom. They can also they can shape change at will. Yeah, I know, right? What's he done? And they can also turn. Sometimes in stories they appear as like a mist, and then appear in true form. So why don't you all roll me initiative as Yalara shows her true form as a Yochlol.
Gross.
This is probably
there you
Nils, just as you're reading the notes on like the Yochlol has been most helpful in my experiments.
You're poking
in
down.
and you're
I'm
like,
like-
guys, she's a lot. Oh,
Ah, poopot.
so,
All right, Initiatao. I forgot.
Yeah, and then Poopa just licks the thing away.
Next the line. Yep, I got a
Like, no,
15.
stop!
All right, let's get open this notepad. Let's get your initiatives on. So, who rolled high?
I got an
Moss.
18.
I got an 18.
Cool.
I did as well.
So it looks like Neros will go first there. Out of the two of you for a higher dex bonus. So nearest 18, Colonus, what'd you get?
16.
16, and Oren.
15.
Alright then. And let's say. Let me roll a d4, see whose turn poop what goes on. I can't bother to give them no 10 because I'll forget. 4, so Oren, you're in charge of poop pot.
Okay, good.
You're in charge of his accents.
The real Beastmaster.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
Cavalry.
Ilara's the Trump analog, got it. Nailed it. And our good friend Yalara has 2. Let's see how she does. She rolled a nat 1, so she's definitely going last. Niros, what are you doing on your turn?
I close the book. I throw it back on the shelf or on the table.
Perfectly in place.
I think I immediately like roll behind the desk and take out my bow.
Nice.
Take out my bow.
That's
Take
my
out a
bow.
shooting bow.
and I shoot her in the face.
Nice.
And I believe what would you say? 6 of them are poisoned with that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think they
Whatever
were
it
half
was.
dozen, so
Or
just 6, yeah.
Terranera.
What's it? Well, yeah. What's the poison called?
Terranar.
Terranar. Tamarin.
Yep. So keep a count of that. Oh dear God, that's not good at all.
Like,
Probably
off the ceiling, hit you in the
worse.
face.
So I'm going to say on a nat 1, like you bring the tip of the arrow, amidst your camera.
Just I would say it like burns my hand.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little.
So like you just like get just a drop, like half a drop on your finger. It's going to take a d6 of damage just from it. So you take 6. This thing just burns
Jesus.
down. It's just like a tiny drop, but it's like a tiny hole in your finger.
Right.
You can see the bone.
All right. So yep. So screaming pain. I
So I'm
I
gonna-
huddle behind the desk.
Yeah.
You're like, what did you do? Just get a splinter? You're like, ah! You're like holding your index
Jeez,
finger.
Mike
It's like,
Splinter.
yeah, what? Come on, dude.
I can see her through it.
That takes it to Moss. Your turn.
Okay, so in my mind, she's still a drow. And drow have spent their amount of time pissing me off, so I'm going to kind of put my head down and just charge straight at her.
Jeez.
So I will attack.
Sure.
Don't let
Also,
her touch your face.
I took a feat as well, which gives me a bonus when I'm charging. So hopefully, my
Say,
first
don't touch
attack.
your face.
That's a 25.
That's a hit.
So it's going to be 15 slashing damage because I do an extra 5 because of my feet. I'm then going to use my action surge and then attack again.
My feet
do more
damage.
That's a crit.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's going to be
13?
13 damage.
I'm going to do maps. Okay, maps.
And-
was achieved.
And just while I'm kind of sprinting before they attack, I'm just shouting, "The stone! The fucking stone!" And that's it.
All
Should
right.
be able to use it.
Cool.
Carrying it.
Colonus.
Colonus is going to frantically just grab at vials and pouches and little bowls and just throw them all at the alcohol. So this room is filled with hundreds of thousands of gold worth of spell reagents. He's just going to frantically try and just throw all of them and see which ones of them are volatile. Probably trying to do some kind of like triage to grab ones that aren't just going to and be dust.
Right.
But yeah, vials, anything that could potentially be harmful.
Okay. Investigation, I guess, or perception, whichever you wish to choose, whichever's better.
Whichever's your thing.
Jam. So yeah, on a 6, none of these are like particularly anti-demon. They would probably tear through your flesh, but against this thing, yeah, not so much. You can still
Yeah, so
move.
he's still gonna burn his round like grabbing and throwing things. So
Yeah.
think of it as like he's wildly just grabbing and throwing, and because his investigation wasn't good enough, they just don't do anything to the demon.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Orin and Poopot.
Oh shit, Pootpot. Well, Pootpot is going to probably go up and bite it or something. Actually, no, he's going to stay back. And I am going to Hunter's Mark,
Sure.
which is just until the spell ends. Then I do an extra d6 with a weapon attack. And
Sure.
I have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom against that target, and then I'm going to do Thunderous Smite.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
I'm going to, with my weapons already out, I'm just going to like slam her, and
Uh-huh.
I'm going to slam her real hard with my shield and stab her in the face. Or it, I guess, in the face.
Cool.
Uh,
DC strength 10.
Yep.
It's fine things. It's +2. And 16. Success.
Great.
Anything on a miss?
It does not fall prone, does not get pushed, but I still do damage. Oh no, I think I have to roll. I still have to attack. So yeah, let me just do the attack. There's the whole attack. 18, does that hit?
18 is a hit.
Alright, cool. For 22 thunder damage,
Damn.
plus a d6 because it's marked. So for
Nice.
a total of 27 thunder damage, I ran into her screaming. You guys are probably
Nice.
like have a headache because you've never heard the loud roar from.
Cool.
Because it's like a mixture of hate because it was a drow, as well as now it's a demon who mentioned that it didn't care about his daughter. A lot of emotions have been stored for the past. Also, the fact that he
Here's a
was
glass
tortured.
case of emotion.
I am in a secret chamber of emotion. Yeah, I am. There's a lot of emotion probably been bottled up since the torture as well. So
Nice.
yeah, explaining the 27 thunder roar damage. Of
Nice.
him slamming into her.
What about
Or into
Poopbot?
it,
What's he
really.
doing?
Pootpot is going to stay back. I don't want him to get hurt because he could be our thing out of here.
Okay. It's the Yoklul. It's her turn.
Lol.
So you see this like horrible gibbering creature. Like it begins to turn into a spider. Essentially, you see it's like gibbering into like this big kind of messy, gloopy spider
Oh, that's
form, and goes to bite you guys. He's going to bite Oren. Going to try and bite you first.
Don't bite me, bro.
No bite me, bro. And let's see what she gets. It's an 8. Not too good. And she comes
No.
in
Not
to
do
bite
it.
you again for 23 versus your armor class.
23 does barely hit.
Alright then. So on a 23, so you take a mere 1d6 plus 2. And then you take 66 poison damage. But, Oren, are you not immune to poison?
I'm immune to poison.
So you would have taken
Or no feet.
21 damage there. Extra.
Oh,
but you don't.
D6. Oh, Jesus.
66.
Oh, I thought you said 66
I was
as
like,
well.
what the fuck? All right,
No,
so,
66. Well, I mean, in theory. I mean,
yeah, but
I could
I'd
make it
take-
66 if you guys want. I'm pretty open DM.
You-
like,
you
if you
let me
wanted
know.
to 66 damage, just give me
All right, so I would have taken
Bonus
that much, but what do I take instead?
Close one to take 69. So you don't take anything because you're immune. You just take the 4.
4. Nice.
Yep. So he kind of bites you, and the actual like pincer does fall, but the
yeah.
poison which like is injected into your bloodstream doesn't do anything to you.
Does nothing. Sweet. Suck it, Yoglo.
So, top of the round.
Lol.
Yog.
Yoglo. Am I right?
Niros.
Oh, so he he's checking out the skeleton finger that he now has, or the tip skeleton.
Just
He reaches into his quarrel and pulls out a hunter's mark arrow and shoots her with that
Nice.
to use.
So this is one of the poison tipped ones.
No, not.
you were just-
not-
yeah, of course,
Just
yeah,
a regular
yeah,
one. I'm
yeah.
just
the one that's
yeah,
got like
I'm
the
just
magnesium on it that like
yeah.
works.
I'm casting a hunter's mark
sparkler.
on her. Yeah. So instead of using the poison tip one, he's like, I'm not gonna use those anymore.
Eh, fuck that.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Yeah, so I've used
Poisoned
hunter's
the
mark
wrong
on her.
end. Damn it. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you marked it. You could. I think that's a free. I think it's a bonus action from. Hunter
Yeah,
Mark.
sounds like a bonus action.
So you can
Oh, okay.
attack. You can do a regular attack.
Yeah, I'll give her an attack. I'll shoot her with a regular arrow this time.
You gotta be careful, like you get the poison one out. No.
Yeah. Nope,
Whoops.
nope.
This shot's not meant for you.
Yeah.
Shots fired, boys.
Well,
A 9. Does a 9?
9 is not a hit.
I didn't think. Alright, so he shoots and it just sails right.
Sticks into the bookshelf.
Yep. Takes it to Moss.
I'm just going to keep plugging away. Plug in.
Plug your body.
That's another crit.
Oh, damn, son.
That's a
Heyo.
15.
Yeah.
That's my enhanced critical range.
Nice. You just like.
Do I get any? I forgot to add my poison on last time. Does that do anything else?
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Oh
this.
yeah, I had poison.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So yeah, you sink this poison into her. When you're on with 3d6.
11.
Cool. She doesn't take any more damage. She's immune to poison.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
Get rid. So
But it's
damage immunity is
acid.
poisoned. Condition immunity is poisoned. Cool. Colonus.
Same deal. Frantically throwing little bowls of powder and strange feathers and
Nope.
bone chips and the work.
Another investigation. Nope. So on an 8, probably.
Literally just like throwing mundane but like super rare like
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just throwing
Powdered
money at her.
or
Uncooked
essentially.
pasta.
Take it. You just like
And
bring
it's like
stuff out of your
running-
body.
it's
You're like,
running around the table.
Pencils.
Garlic cloves.
Just you watch as a lung flies out. You're like, no, I need that.
Yeah.
he throws the book.
Hey, I didn't roll on that one. It's all right.
yep, sure enough. Oren and Poop Pot.
That went well. I kind of want to just do another thunderous smite.
Seemed to go well first time.
Let's do it again, I guess.
Can't complain.
Oh, that's yeah. So it's another 10.
5 is a fail.
That's
So
right.
what happens to her?
So she falls prone and she's pushed 10 feet like into the bookshelf, like just splashes and like
Nice.
reforms, I guess, over by the books, and you take this much damage if I hit. Please, that looks like a hit. 17, the perfect
17,
number.
the perfect number is a hit.
So
16?
additional damage. Yes, for 6. Yep, 16, and then I also have the
Other
poison,
stuff.
which doesn't do anything, and then I've got Hunter's Mark, which is another d6. So yeah, so a total of got it, 11, 13 damage because I didn't get a crit.
Oh yeah, true enough. So so take the 11, so take 13. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
Makes
wait,
sense.
then she's prone, then I get advantage because I push
Yep.
her back. Oh
She's
sweet, so I crit. So that is
Oh wait, no, you wouldn't get a crit on that roll. You'd get it on your next one, I guess.
got it. Okay, so yeah,
Uh,
she takes.
Poop Pot doing anything? Was he chilling?
Poopot's gonna guess. He is probably too excited about all this and wants to fight. So
Okay.
he's gonna go and fight. What do I roll here?
Roll me a 1d20 plus 6.
Oh,
Poop Pot gets his nozzle in. So
9.
yeah, on a 9 on an 11. Wait. Oh yeah,
sorry,
she rolled.
Yeah.
Yep. No luck.
Alright,
He actually
and,
have advantage because she's prone at this point. So.
Oh, so 11. Yeah. Okay.
Yoklul, it's the demon that calls herself Yulara. She's gonna right herself from proned, and she's gonna bite Oren.
Bring it, bitch.
Let's see. Actually, what else might she do? What else might she decide to kill you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what
Handily
can I
bitch.
actually do?
Don't read any of that text down there. That's
Ah,
words.
instant kill? Ah, interesting. No, what she actually does is she starts to, in a spider form, she climbs up the wall onto the ceiling
Oh, yeah, she's
and then drops down onto Neros.
Ooh.
So, Neros, a 21 versus your armor class.
Yeah, I think my armor class is like 15, so it's
Cool.
Yep.
So you take 1d6 plus 2. You take 4. And then you take some poison damage. You take
Poisson.
66 poison damage. You take
Fish damage.
21 poison damage.
Plus all
Like-
damage.
Poisson damage.
So you take a total of 25 damage from... That's exactly what she says as she comes down.
Plus all damage.
Oh.
Right, that's French.
So yeah, you take 25. Are you still standing?
Zoodaloo.
Slow.
I don't think so. That seems to have knocked me right out. Yeah, I have 23 hit points.
Alright, you go down.
Wow.
Gonna start making me death saving throws now, in fact, because top of the round,
Good girl.
Neros.
Let's find the death
Saving
saving
throw.
throw. Where is it? Where's that?
Front page on the core stats. There's like a button. You can just roll
There.
d20, I think.
Is it possible?
I know there's one. I know there. It's like here. I can. There it is. Boop.
Ooh,
Nat 20,
fuck yeah!
boys.
You stand right up.
Yeah, and so on a nat 20, stand up on 1 hit point.
That's sick. Oh, that is awesome.
And it's
So
at
you
the
go down and you're like.
Yeah. I have to fight.
So
It's like
yeah,
you're-
that's
the
gonna be.
Yockel knocks you unconscious, then you just go Yockel.
Can I?
you like know you should be dying, but you're not ready.
Yeah, so that's the end of your turn.
Because
Okay.
you said your character is being played by Sean Bean, right, Colin? Is that what you're saying?
Right, exactly. So
Yeah,
he's just
so
gonna
it's
die every
perfect.
turn.
Yeah, it's just, it makes sense.
Moss, you see Neuros go down and then suddenly rise back up with a surge of energy.
Okay, so as she's moved away from me, it's kind of let me charge again.
Yeah.
So I'll charge straight up at her, and in the sense of the kind of gender swap that goes on with the drow, I'll just shout, "Get away from him, you bitch!" And I will charge, and I will attack him. So +5 to damage if this hits, 19.
That's a hit, so
16 damage.
16 damage. That's some maths doing right there. Cool. She takes another hit. Gibbers and horrible spidery noises.
And I'll kind of shout back to Colonus, "Hurry up! What, are you blind?"
Colonus, it's your turn.
Yeah, literally, I don't think he would stop doing what he's doing.
Have a roll.
Just gonna
Then.
keep
I don't know
ripping
what I'm
around
doing.
through all of this shit.
I'm panicking.
I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Actually, what I will do.
I'm literally grasping at straws.
Just grab some straws. This is the straws that Drow use for like
okay,
drinking
cool.
blood from.
Yeah.
Mind Vault. As a bonus action, I guess I could have been doing this before, but it makes sense that like I take 2 rounds to fuck up to get a sense of where all the not useful magic reagents are. Mind Vault. Borrow expertise. I spend 2 psi points. As a bonus action, I gain advantage on 1 skill or save until my next turn.
Nice.
So then I will get advantage on this investigation check.
Nice. Let's see.
Vault to the walls. Nice.
Not that 20, but 20.
Right, didn't need it.
So yeah, on a 20, you.
I give the GM like full discretion for what and how and the effect of whatever it is I'm going to throw at this thing.
Oh, good. No, yeah, you pick up a bunch of these vials, which are.
Make it so dry for me.
Make it so dry for you. Guys love it dry. Yes, you grab a bunch of these like potions. You just lob it at her. Chuck it at her. They
Special thing you do with your hands.
Yep, they break all over her. So let's think type of damage. We'll say it's gonna be acid damage because fucking drown, no shit. I like to burn stuff. So just roll me a d20 because this could rank.
We'll say it's like acid damage, but then one of them is like a weird powder that like bubbles into and like responds or reacts to the acid or something. So just like what was it that I did before that was like always cooking, like wet rub, dry rub, like it was like the healing or something like that in one of the other games we were playing. Yeah, it was in Star Wars. When we were playing the Star Wars game, my medic, his like generic medicine kit
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
seasoning.
combination of dry wet
Seasoning.
seasoning and like powder with dry seasoning. It was space medicine.
That just makes sense. Fresh cracked pepper.
So cool. She just screams "Ah!" as you start burning her. Like some of her legs are like being dissolved into this acid stuff.
Nice.
Orange and Hootbot.
Alright, so I can't do that again, but I will just attack her like a pro.
Probe.
Yeah, you
Like a
bastard.
probe.
12, probably not.
Nope. 12 is a miss.
Sweet. And
I think that one
then
under system.
Douche McGee is gonna go. Poop pot.
Weird. So Gwen's saying that would have been a great viewer decision, deciding what potion to get choked. We currently have 17 retweets
The
on
perfect
that
number.
tweet here. So it is the perfect
We
number,
should change
but
to
we just
17.
need.
It's just a good like
Yeah, it's a good idea. We just need 3 more retweets until our viewer decision, which means you guys get to decide anything which happens in our game. If you haven't retweeted us, go ahead. You can do this every single session. If you get 20 retweets, we will have a viewer decision. If we hit a 100 follower mark, then we'll have a viewer decision. So hit that follow button if you haven't already. So a 16, Oren.
Yep,
That's
that
a
probably
hit.
doesn't. Does hit. Oh, all right.
This is a
So
hit.
how much poot pot damage?
2d6 plus 3.
2d6 plus 3. The perfect.
A strong
number.
guy. A strong little poot.
Oh, that's only one. Here's another one.
I'll raise you a 1d6. Nice.
yeah,
So
that's
total
a
12.
Total 12. Yep.
Maths. Cool. All right, Len. Yoklol. She's having a good time. She's going to make one of her attacks against Colonus. For 20.
I'm gonna burn a luck point. You can roll it again.
16.
Get fruit.
Fuck. 16. It's me.
All right. So you take 1d6 plus 2. So you take 6. And then you take 66 poison. 15 poison. So you take a total of 21 damage.
Woo!
Still up?
Just barely.
So what type of attack is this?
So it's a bite attack. So she goes in, bites
She's
you,
in spider form.
yeah, pincers into you, and you just see like this dark corrosive liquid flowing where your blood should be. It's pretty creepy. Seeping into.
Okay, Colonus is just gonna like collapse on the ground.
Fake it till you make it.
And actually, yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna see if this is a bonus action because if it isn't gonna fake the shit.
Such a fig.
Oh, I'm so dead.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh no, I've been killed by the
it's gonna
spider.
Yeah,
He got me.
It's my next turn, but I'm gonna do it on my next turn. So it's even funnier because there's a delay. It's like I get bit, I fall to the ground, the next turn I'm like, I died.
All right then. Oren. And Poopot.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, no, it's her turn. She
I
attacks.
would.
Yeah,
Alright.
sorry. She
You already
attacks
said it. You already said it's my turn.
Colonus. She's gonna make a second attack against Moss for 16.
Nope.
All right, then. Top of the round, Neros.
I
You're
have
up with
5
one
javelins,
hit
and I've never used them this entire campaign.
I've just been carrying them
Oh my
around.
gosh.
I've just been carrying them in my bag, just in case I ever need to. But I just get too angry to not to just throw them. So.
I would like to use Cure Wounds, if I can.
Man.
That's a good idea.
A creature you touch, I will touch myself. No one look. Equal to 1d of your spellcasting ability modifier. How do I figure that out?
What is it?
It's a d8
All right.
Plus wisdom.
plus my spellcasting ability
Yeah,
modifier.
what's your
which
what's
would
your
be
wisdom modifier?
right? Yeah, let's see. Wisdom would be a +1 because I have 12
Yep. So
wisdom.
it's a
That'd be
d8 plus 1.
Okay. do. So he kind of like just starts backing away from the freaking spider that just landed on top of him.
Yep.
And let's get this thing here. Yeah, good, perfect.
For a wonderful 3.
Thank God.
So she takes
Thank
3?
God I,
No, he
3
takes.
Oh, no, you
three.
healed 3.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I healed three.
What are you doing?
yeah.
Yeah, she takes 3. Now roll for healing.
Yep. Yep. She takes 3 damage.
Like, well,
And
I'm
is that's a full turn?
Cool.
Yeah.
Moss.
Yeah.
Just another attack on my fighter. That's all I got.
One punch out.
15 versus AC.
50's a hit.
11 slashing damage.
Alright then. She looks very, very wounded. Like horrible skittering, chittering noise as you bring your Drow sword into her. Probably snap off another leg. She's probably just got like a few left and her like, body is like... Colonus. You have a bunch of vials which are like on your body which are dangerous to her, but you're also like nearly dead.
Yeah, he's literally going to call out, I die, but he's going to use his conquering mind to make her believe one thing he says. And then he's going to close his eyes.
I'm dead.
And so I die.
Exunt Malvolio.
It's just an int check, isn't it?
Oh, intelligence save DC 15.
Just look with her eyebrows raised.
Out, brief candle.
17, the perfect number. She doesn't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, I still lie down, so I'm not
Yeah.
a threat. So.
She doesn't
Fetal
necessarily.
position.
Yeah.
You're singing Candle in the Wind and you don't realise it.
Oren.
I like, while I'm lying down, like my scars pull back and like one of my eyes is like checking to see.
the only time you've ever opened your eyes. Who is she on right now?
She's on Moss and Colonus, essentially.
All right, I'm going to attack her, and when I do, I can push her back 5 feet because I'm a shield master. So I'm gonna attack her with, a sword, and also push her back with a 14. Does that do anything?
14's a miss.
Well, stuck on that. All right.
And
And
what about Poopbot?
and Poot Scoot and Boogie is gonna do this and miss. And yeah.
15's a hit.
What? Shut your
14's a
mouth.
miss.
All right.
15's
So you said 2d6
Hey.
before
2d6
plus trace.
3.
Marv. Take that. 11.
Nice.
Take 11 poop damage.
How does this creature die? Well, I'll tell you, actually.
Yeah, you can tell me. That's weird.
Yeah, what I'm going to tell you that happens, basically, Poopbot comes down to, like, crush her with his, like, bring a big purple worm mouth down upon her. And rather than, like, body
Alright,
dying, crumpling to the floor, you see this big kind of spurt of green mist, like, fell out into the room.
Nobody breathe.
And it, like, scoops itself up into, like, a more kind of, like, bullish form, and the mist just heads up the tunnel, outwards, trying to find an exit.
How far does it get?
I mean, it's just going off into, on its turn, it can move 6 spaces and moves 30 feet away.
Yeah, Colonus will try and like send. If we're still in turn, I mean, I know it's fleeing, but just for what it's worth, he'll send one of his mind bullets. Yeah.
And
Nice.
don't come back.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
DC 15 int.
15 int. Nope, just saved. So you go.
So this thing turns like I die and I close my eyes and fall. Well, don't close my. I like fall down dead, and then this thing turns into a mist and starts to go away, and I just sit up and go.
You
But
said
nothing
back. You said back. I didn't die, you bitch.
Got you.
And we're all like,
Oh
what the
man,
fuck is he
Poopbot
doing?
gets the kill every time.
Oh, that was so
Poopbot is
good.
bay.
Poopbot is bay.
So there you
Purple
guys
Bayworm.
stand in the inner sanctum of Grumph Benray, with Poopbot there, the grimoire on the table, an empty circle, bunch of magical ingredients. What's the plan from here?
Is Yalara's body no longer?
Nah,
Does-
Yalara
Okay.
probably never existed.
Oh my god,
in terms of,
that was
like,
Neros'
being Yalara.
Yeah,
Yalara
like-
probably you know the Yalara to be a real person.
right.
It's
But the whole
possible
time
that the
she-
demon killed her and took her form.
Right, but
Possibly-
in any
or
case,
possibly
her
that's just
body
just
is no
elsewhere.
longer.
Yeah.
Okay, that was
now
Neros'
a mist.
one chance to. Okay, all right.
Colonus is going to do one last investigation check. He's just going to
like
pocket,
scrambled to
like
your feet,
actually,
I thought you were dead.
actually pocket. He's actually going to pocket rather than put it into his body. He's going to pocket just some of the more valuable spell reagents that are around him, particularly anything that might be useful in combat, given that he's not the hardiest.
Sure. So, you like picking up things of value. You can pick up some of these toxins, which are pretty good against demons. You also probably pocket like 2,000 gold worth of arcane ingredients just by having those in your pockets. These are worth a lot of money.
Any healing potion?
Sure. There's a healing potion.
Let's take a rest. That's what I get.
Yeah, okay. I have 2 healing potions now. I'm going to chug both. So
Nice.
I've got a question. I don't mean to interrupt you while you're drinking that, but what the hell were you doing just then? Like, what was that tactic you were doing? You were just throwing shit. You can't panic like that. You've got to stay focused.
rather than respond verbally, Colonus is going to take one of the more expensive spell reagents, and I'll give up 500 of my 2k gold with the spell reagents for this to be like a particularly like fucking explosive like diamond something, and I'm just going to throw it against the wall and it'll explode.
Nice.
And then I'll say something like quippy, like he's like trying to make a joke, and he'll say, "My discerning sight isn't what it used to be."
Yeah, you missed. I'm right here.
And he'll continue like pocketing shit.
Right.
Nice. So,
We need to put the stone in place. We
put it
needed
in
to
the
go
book.
here. In the circle.
Oh.
Neros, can Neros go over to the table and while Colonus is like looking, he he tries to take one of the healing vials out of his hand.
Sleight of hand roll. See if he notices.
Wasn't this full a second ago?
rather
It's
than
like in
ask.
my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when you eat it's like when you eat a cookie, but you're like, I don't remember eating that cookie. Where did it go? You're like, I already drank it.
No.
Yeah, but no.
So yeah, I imagine
Stick
it
your
on
finger in it.
Yeah, you'll get a
Just
stern.
passive perception.
Yeah.
Colonus is like, he's dance gaming. He's just constantly
puts
dance
his-
gaming everyone.
He puts his hand on his chest, and he says, "I'm dying, you idiot."
I think
Colonus, before
his
drinking,
wheels fletch.
before slowly drinking this potion, Colonus is gonna wiggle his arm in front of Neros, and like the arm that has most of the flesh torn off of it, and just
Yeah. And Neros just kind of like collapses to the floor, like he hits his head on the desk, and he's just like,
I mean, like Colonus hasn't really met you. You're a fucking drow, so you're.
Oh,
not
I know.
dirty.
So so Neros is just kind of like,
Right, so... Colonus, Neros, Colonus.
I'm gonna kill you if I can get up.
1 sec here. I forgot. I gain my intelligence modifier in HP back whenever I burn psi points, but only if my HP is at less than half. So it's only for that last thought spear that I sent out. So I would just gain my modifier, so I gain that as well.
Nice.
Cool.
So you have the grimoire open on the page. I mean, Nearest, you're probably flicking through it. It's like you hear the voice of Vizeran in your head, because of course he's been watching you guys before and he's been helping you out in the past. And he says, "You need to place the crystal in the center, and I can begin the final stages of my ritual here."
I said that already.
Well, do it.
Colonus is gonna slowly walk over to the circle, and he's gonna just sit down on the floor in the middle of the circle.
Nice. So as you sit down, nothing appears to happen, and Vizeran says, "You have to take it out of this vessel."
Oh boy. Alright, I won't look. And I turn away. And I go get, and I slide a scroll over to you, or a book that you can read while you're trying to pass this giant stone. Here you go. That always helps me. And then I turn and look away.
Here's a magazine.
There you
So Colonus is going to drop his blind sight, so he's now actually blind for the purposes of
finally.
using unwavering eye. So I'm going to gain advantage on wisdom saves, because I presume that may be what's coming here. That's my gamble. I'm going to take advantage on wisdom saves for the next minute, and then he's going to slowly try and pull this stone out of his chest.
Yeah. Cool. So you start pulling stone out of your body, and then you basically, it's a fairly normal process. It just kind of pops out, completely normal, guys. Everyone brings dark crystals out of their chest every now and then.
I mean, at that age, it's fairly common.
Yeah, it's weird.
3 to 5 men. Yeah.
We don't want to kink shame you. So
If it takes longer than 4 hours, you should call a doctor.
So you pull this stone out and you set it down, and it begins glowing very intensely, and you're like, "Oh, nothing bad happened." And then
Except now you're blind.
except now you're blind, and then you start, and then you're like, "Oh no, something feels wrong with me." As the glowing starts to get bigger and bigger, kind of illuminates this whole room. You hear a massive crack of thunder, and then you also feel the masonry above you beginning to part and just break down. And Colonus, you start to be violently sick, but it's not just kind of thousands of worth of magical ingredients that you're being sick with. It's also like blood. It's pretty nasty, kind of looking debilitating, like throwing up. You're essentially throwing up all of your insides, which is not a pleasant process whatsoever.
Try reading the book.
Could have done that, yeah. Could have read that old grimoire on this whole stuff. You know?
I don't have eyes.
It's a trap. so as this like giant crack of thunder happens, you see Visceran just appears in the room. He's like he's holding his own. No, it's actually him. He's got his grimoire. His own grimoire, and he's like just starts to walk around a circle and starts chanting. He's like, the rest of you stay back, as Colonus is stuck inside his circle, like throwing up his guts, and he starts casting this final part of a ritual. And as he starts chanting Kalima, Kalima, or Karazika, Karazika, he...
I knew it! Kill him!
yeah. The beholder appears, yeah.
Where's this mage engine?
As he starts chanting, he finishes on one final note, speaking in Drow, on an E major, if you guys are interested. He he finishes, and you hear this like gigantic growl from outside, and you hear the ground tearing apart. And this growl probably is enough to deafen all of you. You suddenly just go completely deaf. You hear no sounds, like you've been flashbanged or something. Suddenly, no sound whatsoever. The ceiling completely cracks, and you actually see the crystal begin to like float upwards, and the tower which you were in, it begins to just like completely part like this. And then the sides just fall all around you. There's tumbling masonry everywhere. And you look out and you can see demons lords in front of you. And there's not just one, there are many of these guys.
Nice.
There's about 8 of these guys standing here. They're not just standing here, of course. They are gibbering messes of chaos. And when we begin next episode of Out of the Abyss, each of you are going to roll on a D10,000 table, because some shit's just gone down, and you're also going to roll me a lot on the insanity table, because you guys are going to go completely insane looking at this.
Because I've been completely sane up until now.
Yes, you're going to...
throwing up your insides.
Essentially, you guys look at him, and probably all of your minds just like snap.
Yeah.
Oh, no, do I not have to because I'm blind? I don't
no.
What
We're
am I
like
throwing up?
describing it to you.
Yeah, Orin.
I don't remember reading this much. Nothing
Orin,
weird, right?
You see Demogorgon in front of you. Once again, he's like his two-headed monster.
Like,
He's just
at me.
Yeah, hey guys. He gets one of his heads and he just like wraps himself around Orcus, the demon lord of Undeath's throat. And I'll give you guys full descriptions of each of these guys' demons next time, because there are a lot of these dudes.
There's a teaser.
Little teaser if you want to see all the demon lords in action in one giant fuck-off massive battle. They've basically tore apart the center of Menzoberranzan in their appearing, because they're the size of towns, essentially. And as each of them treads, they crush 1,000 drow underfoot, and a battle. You imagine there's sound going on, but the growls and the sounds of screeching demons have just deafened you completely.
Perfect.
And sent you
Happy
insane. As you'll find out next time on Out of the Abyss. So this is the end of session 15, the penultimate session. Next week is finale week. So the very last session of Out of the Abyss is happening. The very last session of Sinslow Last Council, Wild Cards, and the Beast of Umber, all going on next week, which is pretty exciting. So if you guys enjoyed the session, let me know. Bartholomew says, well done. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for joining us tonight and for sticking around for the whole session. If you guys haven't followed us on YouTube already, this video will be up tomorrow. Nowadays, every single one of our videos goes up on YouTube the next day. And there's a video every single day on YouTube. So, how did you guys find that session?
I thought it was awesome.
That's great.
I've never fought a Yokelol, never understood why they were so scary until tonight, which was awesome. Really
That poison
glad.
damage, yeah.
Yeah, really glad that I am immune to poison. That was
Yeah,
cool.
right.
You're like, oh, you take 4. Oh, also 66. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, that was sick. I really liked how it was a demon. I like how we had to help her and she was a demon. I liked having the whole gang here. That was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Makes a difference on the whole crew around, I think.
yeah.
Have all of us in one session was good. I liked how you guys were, because your characters have constantly been kind of snarky bitches to everyone that they met, which has been fine because you can be. When it's like a matron Quenelep, she's like, no, off
No.
with your fingers, off with all of your skin.
I
Actually,
knew better than